What's up, everybody? I think we're live. Just got the lag going. Has that bow on the lag?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the first ever Titan of the Table matchup. Medium fair match, R11 format. BELONIA, 640 Fargo versus John Bay, 459 Fargo. That makes the match 16-6. This is going to be interesting. I'm sure of it.
I'm sure excited about that, actually. All right. Anyway, I'm out of here.
We got Vic Carrero
Hello.
and Shawn Lewis in the booth. We are Easy Street Billiards. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Please like and subscribe and share. Get this match out. We're trying to grow pool in general and specifically pool in this area and
on the 9-footer.
On the 9-footers. Let's go. We got sponsors: Brunswick Billiards, Northwest Tap.
Thanks, Ed.
Ed. You're the man. CleanSlatePoolTables.com. Dom and family. Been serving this area for 15 plus years. Tibbitts at Fernhill, one of the best brunch spots in Tacoma. Just a couple miles down the road from our house. We've definitely eaten there. Well worth coming in there. They got a seasonal menu. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Tell Chef Shawn Tibbitts that Vic and Shawn sent you.
Yeah. And make a reservation.
Yeah,
it's reservations only.
All right, we got Bo.
Dry break.
Dry breaking. Just left John a reasonable shot here. Looking like this is a runnable rack. We'll see what happens here. John said when he signed up for this that he was going to camp out on his friend's 9-footer, so we'll see how much that's helped him. I know that Bo's preference is the 9s. I think he plays on base quite often. They got 9-footers there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. First shot, John. I don't think he was trying to draw it, or maybe he was trying to go forward through rails. He's left himself hooked, I think, on the 2-ball. Who do we got in the chat here?
Right now, I got like 14 people. Who are you?
Pete, thanks for joining us.
I know. What's up, Pete?
Appreciate you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be awesome. I'm excited for this format. What do you think about it, Vic?
I'm super excited for it. I just think, it's really incentivizing lower rated players to get out there and show their stuff, because then they get the spot that they need to kind of be in a more, in a better position to defeat these higher level players, which I think is awesome, you know?
Exactly. From your perspective as like a 460 player.
469, thank you.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
I know, right?
V-Man, all you got to do to find that game is join the Easy Street Billiards group and then enter and fill out the form, and then we will make all that happen for you. Although this is a good place to call that out as well.
Yeah,
you have
for
actually
sure.
A form that allows you to have that exact format occur, way more than just hoping that someone says yes right now.
Ooh, got a lucky bump off or I guess unlucky, right? He didn't call it.
Yeah, played safety.
My bad.
And made the ball.
Whoops.
He's left bow a shot. But thanks for joining us, V-Man.
Yeah, I'll pull up the link to the group. Or should I just link the form? I don't know. It seems
just
like
link the form.
All right. I'll put a link to the form to get on the stream.
I'm hoping y'all are in the maybe link to the form and then also link to the group. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do both.
Yeah, 2 separate links.
Yes.
We're using the Easy Street Billiards stream group as the hub for all of this action. And there's several different forms, multiple forms that we have set up for everyone to facilitate getting this action scheduled without having it be too much back and forth, which I think that most people think is annoying to deal with. We want it to be as seamless and frictionless to set up your action and get your games going and have these fair matches really, and get as much going on this 9-footer this 9-footer has definitely been way more involved lately, and I'm excited to just continue doing it until we open the pool room.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later, everybody. Someday soon, the announcement will come. I assure you, it is happening.
Oh, yeah. All right, what do we got here?
And then all this will move to that spot. We will not be doing probably too many streams here until we get our own personal Gold Crown 7 here.
Right.
Which I think will eventually happen, but not for necessarily for a little bit. All right, both got action here. I think the 5-6 combo is the shot here, and he's just going to hope to end up with a good shot on the 5 after he moves. Okay. Prioritize a little bit too much, I think, playing shape for that 5 ball and hit a 2 full. Yep, so V-Man, we got both of those links in there, so if you just fill out that stuff, then we'll get you going. There's plenty of players that will say yes to that exact game, but they might not be watching at this moment. We got a list of different players wanting different games, and we're going to make it happen as much as we can, one at a time.
Yep.
If you have an interest in the format we're running today, you can get on that list. We're also looking to start kind of a modified Scotch doubles format soon into the future, although we've got a few different things we got to take care of before we make that official, but that is the next format we're looking at. We're also going to continue to do these winner-take-all tournaments, which are fair matches as well. If you're interested in that, we'll be continuing to do that. Right now, the next one that we just finished the last one on Monday, and we'll start up another one. I think the 27th is going to be the first day. Is that right, Vic? For the next winner-take-all?
Yeah. It's the 27th of July, and then the 3rd of August, and then the 10th of August, and we are going to do the draw on the next Titan of the Table next week.
Yeah, which will be July 22nd. We have an opponent already established for that. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Bank shot with shape. Got a nice rub off that 9.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking solid here. The 9 being right next to that side pocket can be tricky if you don't like your banking. If you like banking, that's actually a nice spot to play for that 9 in the left side, I would say. But I think he's playing to get straight in short side from here.
Yeah.
Which is really, if he gets a good angle on it, it's pretty easy. But he's going to be far away, I think. I don't know that he can draw. Okay, he's just playing to follow. This gets to be...
I think he wanted a little bit more of a roll than that.
Exactly. And John came from Granite Falls, which is like, basically he said it's about a 2-hour drive today, an extra 45 minutes of traffic. So, ooh, that was clean. Nice shot. And if he goes up 1-0 here, that's huge. One of the things that we're talking about is how big each game is.
Mm-hmm.
1-0.
Nailed it. 1-0.
That's a really good question to ask, Pete. My opinion about... Well, see, the thing is that there's a couple different situations which would change the way that I look at things. However, ultimately, I think that most people would agree that if you play your best game, you're pretty much almost always going to win unless your opponent plays their best game, in which case now it might be a toss-up. The favored player is, in the way that the fair match is that it's a 60-40 favorite instead of just being, a whitewash basically situation. If it was an even game, it would be very difficult for John to be able to beat Bo in an even race to 11. With the 16-6, it's basically supposed to be 60-40. So with that being said,
in Bo's favor, right?
In Bo's favor, yeah. That's the way the statistics of the fair match is set up. It gives the low-rated player an opportunity to, get a couple free games, but they're still at a disadvantage. But I think that one of the things that's interesting about Fargo is that as a lower player, it's easier to play higher above your rating than it is as a better player to do the same feat. So I think that there's a little bit of the inconsistency of lower rated players allows you to kind of take advantage of the fact that even though you're 60-40, the mental edge that you get sometimes can get you over the top.
Right.
So as a better player, my focus is just playing my absolute best pool. Now in a gambling situation or like a challenge match like this, you're only playing one match. And because of that, it allows you to go all out as far as I would not take any chances whatsoever, and I would make sure that my opponent would have as few of easy opportunities as possible. And my goal would be to just grind and play absolutely as tough as I possibly can the entire time. Now in a tournament, you can't play necessarily that hard the whole tournament before you wear yourself out. But in one match that's going to take 2 to 3 hours, I feel like it's worth it to go all out because you don't have to save yourself for the finals or for the semifinals. You don't have to save your energy for the top players. But when you're giving up a big spot like this, you have to play super tough and be on your P's and Q's, if that makes sense, and just play really as good as you can.
Ooh.
My mentality basically
nice shot by Bo.
I will give nothing to anyone in this situation. Any shot that I feel that I might not make, I will not even shoot if I can avoid it. I will be playing a lot of safeties and moves and stuff like that, which is kind of the way that my game is set up, where I'm comfortable trying to outmove a player, play defensively, especially against low-rated players. More often, they're not really good movers. They can't run as many balls, and then tougher shots are just way lower percentage. And my strategy basically incorporates all those factors into like making it make sense. Instead of me taking chances, I force my opponent to take chances. And with that mindset, it's more likely that they will break down, and that discomfort that they're feeling by constantly facing more difficult opportunities and not having anything easy, and then just having that be a repeated event throughout the whole set where I just never, ever allow them to have a good shot, typically culminates in hopefully a win, and that's the way I like to do it. I don't necessarily run 5 packs and 10 ball myself. I've run a few racks, but it's not like you're just gonna like expect that to happen and then just play all out aggression. That's never been my style. Yeah, Pete, exactly. Yeah, I think that at any moment in time, you should be ready to play safe. I don't think there's doesn't matter how many balls are on the table. I think that the best shot reveals itself immediately, and that you just need to accept what it is and do that shot. And hopefully you have the skill set required to do the thing. And if you don't, then yeah, maybe you have to go for it when you shouldn't necessarily percentage wise. But if you don't have a move for that, then it is what it is. That's kind of the way pool is, where I think as you get better, you're less of like what I call like a one-trick pony, because you've got more of a balanced skill set, or you're just very powerful in one area and then that overwhelms your opponent. And that's one way to do it as well. My style is a little bit more balanced, and I'd say it's even more leaning defensively, and that just kind of suits my my personality, I suppose. I'm not necessarily an aggressive guy. I like to learn. I'm more of a student of the game, so I've learned a lot of different things. And the defensive game is very interesting. I prefer probably one pocket to rotation as a game. So because of that, the amount of time that I spent as a kind of an up-and-comer playing one pocket rather than being a rotation specialist, I'm not as fluent with running the balls. So I mostly practice rotation to learn how to be more aggressive. But when I'm in pressure situations, I will default to what I'm really good at, which is moving. And I just make sure that when I have runouts, that I just do my best to stay in line so I don't have to play safe. You're very welcome, Pete.
Hi, Brad. What's up?
What's up, wrong Brian? With the scoreboard, Brian?
He said it when it was still 0-0 because they hadn't turned on the tablet yet.
Oh, yeah.
But they went and fixed it.
It takes a moment for everyone to catch up sometimes. But
yeah. What's up, Brian?
Yeah, Brian. You ready to get in here? I know you'll be seeing you in a couple weeks, man. I'm excited for the next winner take all. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's a pretty even, where there's a range of abilities, but it's nothing that's crazy like this. This is a big spot.
Oh yeah.
All right. Bo's got a chance here. He's got a good opportunity. He just needs to settle down and then kind of play his game. I don't even know what that means, Brian.
I know, right?
Hello. Yeah, we're having a good time.
What's up, Jason?
Ooh, Bo's hooked himself. Now this is where
you don't think you can see it?
Well, you can't make it. You know, he needed to come across over to the top to shoot the 7 in the bottom left. But now
maybe he's got it.
I think you can see the edge of it. These are the kind of things where you got to stay in line, and then if you can't really take too many chances here. So you got to play a good safety. This is where my game is pretty strong, where I can typically find a good way to.
Maybe he's got just enough.
I wouldn't say escape. I think he's going to bank at it. Yeah. See, this is a good move here. If he doesn't, he bumped the 9 a little bit, and there's not much he could have done there. I think that was as good as he could get.
Right.
You know, maybe he could have, instead of stopping the cue ball, played a little bit of rolling to leave the cue ball on the end rail. Go forward with it just a little bit. That might have been slightly better. But cueing off the side rail like this on a cut shot, you can't draw on it very effectively. So most shots are going to have to be just rolling ball, which works out in this situation.
Ooh.
But seeing John's played
two-way.
Yeah, worked out here where now John's got. This is where I think John maybe has an advantage in this game now, because Bo's going to have to do a nice kick. And if John can kind of come up with a couple shots, if Bo leaves him something, that John can run 4 balls. This is like where the pressure starts to be a little bit greater on the better player. He's already lost 1 game, and if he doesn't start really enforcing his will, it gets just tougher and tougher mentally to stay in it.
Right.
But I think that I'm really excited. Like I like the concept of the fair match as a better player. That ultimately, I think that if you're trying to improve and you want to get better, that this is a good format to really test you, where you know that you're going to get opportunities. The problem is that if you don't capitalize, you're just going to lose, because the other player, they're going to make more mistakes, but they don't have to win nearly as many games.
Right.
Nearly as many games as they would in playing even. So you don't have the time to get acclimated that you do in a longer race. It's similar to, in effect, when you're playing against a really good player that just starts playing good out of the gates. They will just punish you every time you miss. And this is like kind of a similar thing where you can't miss as often, even though it's for a different reason. And the other thing is too that's interesting, and I haven't quite had enough experience with this format, is just is like kind of how you feed off of your opponent's energy in pool quite a bit, right? And then the energy that a top player has is a little bit different than a lower player. However, you have to fade both energies if you want to play your best pool. You have to enforce your energy and keep your mindset tough no matter what's going on.
What's up, Chris Aldrich? Welcome to the chat. What's up, Lee? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. So that's
all right.
That might be enough. That's pretty thin.
It is thin.
I'm not sure if John's game is set up to be banking, kicking, not kicking necessarily, but he might be playing safe. He might play thin cut here. This is all your personal flavor. You might just bank the 9 to the side rail and leave him 50-50. My opinion is you should be aggressive here as the lower player, because
bank shot.
Yeah, really nice. The expectation is that you take a couple flyers and you get away with it. You can steal a couple games if you just keep moving with them. You can't win on a defensive play. Eventually, you got to assume that the better player is going to outmove you, and then they're going to have the easy shot.
Ooh.
You can't let that happen.
John gave it up.
Yep. So now Bo's got the chance, and now it's like this is a situation where you're forcing yourself to have to make this ball, it's a pressure situation. Bo's got to get 16 games, and any missable 10 eventually, those will accumulate.
Well, and John's making shots and he's like playing a strong game,
Absolutely.
And I think he prefers a 9-footer as well.
All right. You made that one. 9. It's 1-1. All righty.
Yeah. Those on the board. Board. Did I actually post this? Hold on.
We got 100% of votes for Bo, huh?
How many votes we got? Hold on. 5? Dang. All right. Everybody's like, John has no chance. We'll see.
Is Lee's trying to put something down? I don't know if anybody's signing. You got a favorite player here, Lee? Maybe you can start to negotiate.
I know, right?
I know there's people that have a few bucks. Whether or not they're willing to throw it out.
I know. Where's Triple G?
We're not an escrow service.
True that.
So. But I'm stoked for this one. Make sure Bo scores his game here. Bo has a pretty sporty break in 10-ball. If he can break well, he might be able to break and run a couple racks, and that would be huge. That's part of.
Holston Pot.
We're playing no early 10s as well here, as a reminder, folks. That was part of one of it. Is that we want the game to go down to the last ball for this format. I think that in a lot of scenarios, like the randomness of the early 10s leads to being a little bit more favored towards potentially, taking a little bit more flyers, which I think is more often the lower player is going to take a little bit more of those aggressive shots that are low percentage and hope to bank them, so that they can get these a little bit of a bigger momentum swing,
Sorry.
If Bo wanted to take a flyer and win one game, that'd be one thing. But if John does it and wins a game, that's huge for him because of the way the scored relationship is.
Edward Flores in the chat. What's up, Edward?
Ed Flo.
He is.
I see you, man. Why are you signed up for this, man?
I know, right? Get in there. What are you doing? He said John's got some of his money.
Oh, snap.
He's trying to get that back. Well, get in here then.
Yeah, if you get on the list, then if he's still in it, if he's still the guy when you see him,
that would be something. That would be something.
We have a list to go get us through October right now.
Yeah. And I think we're going to do this again next week, but then is it next week and then we're taking a week off? No, is it not?
Second week
3
of
weeks.
August.
Yeah.
We're missing the one Wednesday for camping.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got 3 more weeks of this.
Lee's up for either player from here. Pick them.
Nice.
In case anybody is trying to enjoy this.
Get in on that.
It's not like betting on Conor McGregor, man. I don't know what happened in that UFC fight. It was so wild. All right, so Bo's looking good here. I don't know how easily you can cut the 5 in the left side. I think it goes all the way down. So to me, I'd be just playing. The trick is to get to the 7. I don't think it goes easily into the left side. The 8 seems like it might be in the way of that shot, and then it doesn't look like the 7 clears the 9. He's looking at it. The 7 isn't a good place to kind of adjacent to the 8 to be playing a safety. If you get fairly close to it, straight in, you can play a stop shot or just a little bit of roll to use the 8 as cover for a lot of different ways you can move the 7. That's just my defensive mind, already thinking ahead to what might happen later. Your ideal is, I think, to play the 7 in the top left. That gives you the bigger zone. Exactly, Lee. I haven't paid too much attention to that, but when he took his shoes off, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, it seemed a little bit sus how his movement was, and all that. And then the warming up, he was like practicing that roundhouse kick like incessantly. So I don't know if he was just trying to Anyways, I didn't like on the first move doing that kick. That was wild.
Ooh.
He's not as young of a man as he once was.
Going around it. You think he's clear to the top right there?
If it goes in the top right, he's looking really good. That's a nice shot because, even if it's like a stop shot here and he can play the 7 down table as a safety, that would work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't look excited. I'm talking about Connor really briefly. To me, he didn't look like he was in it mentally from even the walk-in or any of it. He didn't really seem like he had been 5 years ago. And I don't know if that meant anything or if it was like tell the tale or whatever. But it was wild. But I did enjoy the Patty Pimblett choke move. That was pretty sweet. I started doing jiu-jitsu a couple of years ago, and that was a cool move, honestly. Kind of a variation of a couple different submissions. Very nice for Bo. He's got a good angle here. This is looking good.
Yeah, he fired that 7 in.
The 10 is slightly obstructing the side pocket. But you should be able to shoot it in.
Yeah.
He's played for it. Oh, yeah, plenty of room.
That's a lot harder than I would have had, but what do I know?
Well, you got to play your cue ball, right?
True.
If you just trickle it in and now you're a mile away from the 9, that's not what you want. So much of this game is you got to play confident, even in those situations. You got to trust that you're going to be accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start second-guessing yourself and you baby the ball because you're worried about missing, you've already kind of mentally fallen off a little bit. And he can't afford that in this situation. You got to play tough.
Bo has 2.
He's got 2 now.
He didn't mark his
game. The first one.
Or the second one. You want to run in there and tell him?
Yeah. I don't know why he doesn't know to score, but we will.
Thanks, babe. All right. Well, while that's going on, I'll give a shout out to the sponsors. Clean Slate Pool Tables. Dom and Tony got you covered. Tibbitts at Fernhill. Best brunch spot in Tacoma. Brunswick Billiards provided this nice gray cloth that we are playing on today. Well, they are playing on today. And then Northwest Tap at Hobbs. Appreciate all of your support. All right. Bo's got 2. And this is winter break for anybody just tuning in. Winter break, rack your own, no 3 foul. Cue ball fouls only, push jump allowed. No early 10s.
No early 10s. 500 in the middle. Yeah, Bo was like, my bad. I was really focusing.
Yeah.
You got to get credit, though. Otherwise, it's not like John's required to, mark your games for you.
Yeah.
It is a courtesy, however.
For sure.
But I like that mentality for Bo. He's not thinking about the score. He's just playing the game. That's important. I feel like if you all watched the winner-take-all match between Clay and PJ, the interview afterwards that Clay said, he said when he started looking at the score, that's when it started he started losing control of it a little bit, and that allowed PJ to come back and really, really made it tough. And, he was ahead 6-1, and it looked like he was going to just win, easy.
Made it easy.
What a bank. John's made a couple banks already. That 9-ball bank he made, missed the 10, but that was a nice bank on the 9.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody's got their skill set. Everyone's got, I wouldn't call it, it used to be when players would play on the road and no one would gamble with them, then they'd have these, specialty shots that they were really good at that they'd gamble with people. They call it the road shot. So everybody kind of has that where they're, whatever their thing that they really love to do that's you know what I mean? It's called their road shot. And John appears to be a very good banker, at least at this point.
Missed that. cut shot down the rail. Looked like he was trying to combo the 9 in. I don't know if it went past the 9, but missed it.
Yeah, Lee, other than him having a torn ACL, which may have already been torn, that was the least damage fight where you made $1 million that I remember. Max didn't even want to hit him. He was like, "It's over already, bro," which was cool for Max, I thought.
Yeah, respecting the opponent, respecting the sport, right? Like, hey, dude, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
And that's what we love about everybody who's come so far. You know, I don't think we've had a situation yet. You know, everybody's been very respectful of each other in the game and the match. So shout out to everybody who's been on the stream already and keeping it nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. The fair match system, you know, who knows? Fargo is not perfect. Nothing is perfect. The thing is, right, everyone agreed to play, so I think that
Ooh, nice.
if the way it stands right now, I think Bo kind of gave away that first game, right? And then he could be up 3-0 right now. It's not like John's running out, so I think that even though John's made some good shots, one shot is not going to win you that many games. You have to string a couple balls together and make some good moves. You know, like even if that was a good safety by John, but with that being said, there's still 9 balls on the table. If he gets ball in hand here, he's not necessarily going to run them all out. You know, he has to show some speed. So I think there's a lot that goes into, you know, the situation that if you think too much about how it goes, then that's where you start throwing yourself off, you know. Because to me, I wouldn't be that concerned necessarily with making a hit here, honestly, against the 459. Like, if he's going to run these balls out, it is what it is. They are pretty routine, though, really. If you look at 3 to the 4 might be tough. Everything else is sort of connected, and then you got to play the combo on the 6-9, and who knows where the 6 is going to come up. What a hit. And
very nice.
See, if Bo comes with shots like that, you know, it's going to be way easier for him. Because I expect with Bo's ability that if John doesn't make a good hit here or gives Bo a good shot, that Bo's perfectly capable of running this rack out. And it's just, that's what his expectation is that you do as the better players. You're going to win more racks by running the balls, more balls than your opponent. And if you leave them too many 1 and 2 ball situations, that's how you lose, because everybody can make good shots. I don't know anybody that hasn't made good shots. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter really how good you are. You can be at 350 Fargo and make 2 banks in a row. That's just how it works. That's why pool's so amazing, right? Is that you don't know at any moment what you're going to do. Any shot is possible. The thing is that it's a consistency game, right?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Lee is desperate here. Let's go. How many we got on the stream here?
25.
Are y'all not looking at the chat? You got 30 on here.
28.
$20. Lee, he's got a little bit of an itch right now. I'm helping. I'm trying to help Lee. I can't make anything happen for you, bro.
I know, right? We're not facilitating anything.
That's right. We made this match happen. That was our job. Now we're just going to talk about it, and then we'll see. See, Bo's still good here. He can play safe. He doesn't have to try to run the balls out. He can rely on his skill set. You know, to me, I could thin off the side of the 3 here and go back down by the 10 and the 5 underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the 3 trapped on the 8.
Yeah.
And then just play from there, you know. And if he makes a good shot, he does. You know, you just can't allow yourself to have to play safe on the 8, 9, 10 so often. Early in the game, you know, to me, Fargo basically is kind of an indicator of how many balls you can run. See,
he got it all the way under there.
But see, he's still got him hooked.
Yeah.
And this is a tough jump. John might not even be able to jump this ball. And if Bo had clipped the bottom of the 8 with the 3, that would have been really good. This is still good because his cue ball is really nice.
Could kick off the left rail.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the shot. The 6 is kind of blocking maybe part of the ball though.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to have to hope to hit either thinly and then or rail first on the right rail, right? 2 rails.
Yeah, I would say 2 rails. Ooh, got the gap. That was talented.
One of the things that I think that's interesting too about the age of the players, John's definitely got some experience in life, is that he's going to be typically they're a little bit more steady and less of a firecracker. The thing is too is that you get to be later in the day. If you don't have the stamina, then it might start to catch up to you. Where over the course of the whole set, you might your game may fall off, even though it's good at the beginning. This is not set up to where it's just going to be like expect everyone to play good the whole time. I mean, like I expect that even if Bo plays really solid, there's going to be moments where he might fall off a little bit, and he just needs to work through that. Lee is definitely petitioning right now. I think that Zane was trying to bet on somebody earlier, Lee, but that was on a separate Facebook thread.
Jason's in.
Nice. All right, y'all can work that out separately. Oh. 6 balls with ball in hand. Oh, that was a Polston pot here. Excuse me. We gotta get on here. We were just keeping track of scratches in honor of our friend Rob Polston, who may or may not have been joining us yet.
Did we get a cha-ching?
We had a Polston pot. Bo scratched 2 rails.
Oh, dang. Did you cha-ching it?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
Good job.
This is where the danger comes in, right? Like Bo made a pretty grievous error by scratching there. Even so, the 7 to the 8 to the 10 is not automatic. It looks to me like he's really in a good position here. Oh, see, I think he might not come up high enough to make the 6.
Ooh.
See, like that's the kind of thing where that's brutal. John had a golden opportunity there, and I'm not sure what he's going to come up with here.
He thinks he can still cut
it in?
Might
be able to cut it in. Maybe he's still got enough of it. It looks like it's too thin.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
A little bit.
Seeing, he didn't have anything else maybe to go for there. He's just giving it right back to Bo,
Excuse me. Sorry. Thank you to the 30 people who are tuned in to this stream right now. We really appreciate all of the likes and subscribes. So please hit like and subscribe. Yep. Kelso Woodwick in the house.
Oh, snap.
What's up, Kelso?
Should we make the Kelso announcement yet?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe at the end.
At the end?
Or later. I don't know.
Okay, we want to talk about Kelso then. I do what I'm told, Kelso. That's how this all works. Bo needed to come up a little bit higher or be thinner to get easy around this table. But I think he's still good here. He played 3 rails. Might have to play short side for the 8 in the left top. I don't know if I want to get fancy here and try to put spin on the ball to try to shorten it up to come back to the left side of the table. Thank you, Kelso. I appreciate you too, man. You're the best hype man in Washington, no question.
No question at all whatsoever.
The most signature laugh, maybe, that there is.
The most fun person to sit next to at major pool events, let me tell you. I did have the pleasure of doing that at the Northwest Cup, and it was amazing.
Looking forward to seeing you soon, my friend.
Absolutely. Ooh. Hit the 10 on the way around, but still has an open shot on the 8.
He hit that really hard. I wonder if he hadn't hit the 10, how far around the table it would have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that this is good here. As far as you just ball pocket this shot, it's thin enough to where you're likely to go all the way back down, and you're going to play 2-rail shape back for the top left here just by making it with maybe a touch of left.
You don't even need that. You just like
center ball cut.
Center ball.
And just go up and down. Yep. Just pocket the ball with speed here.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Put a little bit of draw on it. Might end up. Ooh, he's got a shot, but it's thin.
Super thin. Or he could bank it.
Yeah, and there's some other options here. You can play 2-rail safe.
Yeah.
You can bank it.
He's looking at the cut.
Yeah, and this is where it gets dicey. You know, these are the shots where if you miss this shot, it's unlikely that it's going to be safe and that you're going to give a free one to John. And this is where you just need to make sure you shoot it and make it. Boom.
Easy.
3-1.
3-1.
So you're on pace here with the 3-1, right? And then you go 3-1, be 6-2, 9-3, 12-4, 15-5. We're talking about Hill with 3-1 on the games. So we're on par. We're on pace right now.
Yeah. Good times had by all.
Yep, exactly. You know, and John had a 6-ball run there with ball in hand, didn't get there. Bo got through that. That was, you know, he left himself a little bit tough. But Bo's a good player, and I expect him, if he can just stay level here, to continue to put pressure on John. And then we'll see how John's game holds up to that pressure if Bo brings it.
Right.
You know, and vice versa. If John starts to make some shots and get out in situations where maybe you wouldn't think he would as a 459, you start to talk about it in your head, and that can lean you emotionally one way or the other.
Right.
Well, that's what makes this so interesting, right, babe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like he's had opportunities to get out in the last 2 games, you know. John has. Yep. So, you know, it's it'll be interesting to see how that affects his mental game, if at all. But he's hanging in.
Yeah. Some of this, you know, if you're comfortable with your own game, is you might not even necessarily feel the pressure to play your best pool, because you can see what your opponent is really capable of doing.
Wide open break.
As far as their skill. And then now you actually can take some of the heat off yourself by like, okay, well, I know he's not going to run 7 balls. So maybe I run 2 to 3 balls like in this situation. And if I get funny on the 4, I just play safe and expect that I'll be able to outmove him. And then I'll be able to get out with 5 balls on the table.
Yeah.
And if I leave him super tough, maybe he makes the first shot. Mm-hmm. But I'm probably not going to run out the whole rack.
Yeah, you know, it's players like that. Well, I feel like that mentality can get you into trouble, though, right? If you've got, you know, a 400 whatever level player that can run 7 balls in a row and then decides that they want to step up and do that. You know, I've done it to many of my opponents. I've broken and ran on my opponents before. You know, so
you're so good.
Whatever.
Hey,
I'm inconsistent because I barely play.
Exactly.
You know, but you know, I'm you know, winning some matches. You know, these days I've been playing a lot better. I've been cashing in tournaments. You know, so and open tournaments at that. So I feel better about my game.
Absolutely. You know, and that's the thing is like that strategy that I was saying is that's the
danger of it, right?
It's not necessarily the way you want to do it.
Right.
It's just one of those things that could work out for you if you tried it. You know, it just has to do more with understanding that it could go south on you at any moment, and that's just how it goes.
Right. Dang,
yeah, nice
fired it in.
I was not having it. I think he's got a little bit of an angle here so he can go forward maybe, but I might just draw this straight back if he's fairly straight and try to get back to the middle of the table with the cue ball. Nice. He's a little angle. This is where I thought maybe he might get funny on the to get to the 4 here. And this is where he considered just playing a move. to play safe on the 4 and not even worry about it. But I like drawing back for the bank and the.
Would you play safe on the 4 or on the 3? And then
I think he's still in a good spot to go for it. I think you just draw back to a good bank position for the 4 in the left side pocket and leave yourself where your cue ball can go around the table for that 6. You know what I mean? And then you don't have to cut it all the way down the rail, because that cut down the rail, that's the shot that kills you. You know what I mean? If you get thin on it and you go for it and you miss it, it's hard to get lucky safe when you have to thin it down the rail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you think about the bank shot, even if you miss the bank, the 4 is going to go back and forth. You're going to be able to hit it with some speed. You could also play safe too. So Bo just has to decide what the right shot is here.
Thank you, Lee. You're the best. I've been trying, I've really just been focusing on keeping my stroke level and, my follow through consistent, is really just keeping the stroke steady and keeping myself calm. Those are like my 2 primary objectives in any tournament these days. And it seems to be working out. And also hitting balls on the 9-footer got, for an hour, I think, got me second place one tournament night, which was nice.
Yep. See, this is where it is, where he hit that thin down the rail and left John basically prime position to run out. So now it's like hoping that John doesn't get out. And that's the situation where your game dictates what you're supposed to do. I think Bo is definitely right for going for it. I think that he knew the risks of the shot and he let that bother him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, John might.
No,
he might get too.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it.
He's a little thin on it. But he should be okay here. He's not happy about that, though.
No.
He accidentally put the big stroke on it.
Right. Easy to do on a 9-footer. All right.
Pretty good. He's on the wrong side, so he's going to go away from the 9. We'll see if he tries to recover by going multiple rails or if he just shoots it soft and leaving himself a little bit further away. This is where, to me, I don't hit it soft.
Ooh, dang.
He ended up pretty good on it. That was a good position, but he missed the ball. And I think he would have come further south and been further away from the 9 had he actually made it.
Right.
And to me, you got to have that confidence to just, you know what, I can go 3 rails back to the middle of the table with the cue ball with this cut. The cut was easy. It was hard to play shape for where he wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
The ideal position with that shot that he chose is you're putting a little bit of inside spin, etc., to try to check it up, maybe hitting it a little bit thin, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or a little bit full in this case to make sure you get the angle of the cue ball you want. And he's left Bo routine out. Bo's got a good angle, just a little bit below. Yeah, there you go. So you can go to the side rail or just draw down table.
Yep. Seems like this would be pretty routine for Bo.
Chad, what's up, brother?
What's up, Chad? How are you? We'll see you on Friday.
We're chilling.
Are you excited?
Is Bo going to get a nice bump here?
I think. Little one, but enough, I think.
A little too much steam. But he's
totally
okay. Bo likes the tough shots. He makes a lot of tough balls. That's one of the things that I'm really impressed with Bo's game over the years, is his ability to make difficult shots.
Yeah.
You can't make them all, though, so it's one of those things where the percentages...
You have to believe that you can make them all, though. That's the thing.
True.
And you have to keep shooting them like you can make them all.
Yep.
That's what I found. Like, I tend to get myself a little bit in trouble on the last ball where I have some insane 90-degree backwards cut into the corner pocket that I need to do, but I always shoot it because I've gotten good at it, and I know I can make it. I think Bo's riding that same kind of train with this shot.
He looks good on it from here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In the heart.
4-1.
4-1.
So he's got 25% of his matches already.
Yeah. He's holding serve right now, basically.
Totally agree, Lee. Totally agree. I'm More of a center ball player myself. Keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah.
Shout out to the sponsors, Tibbitts at Fernhill, Best Brunch in Tacoma, Brunswick Billiards. Thank you for the cloth. Northwest Tap. Thanks, Ed Hobbs. Appreciate the support. And Clean Slate Pool Tables. Dom and Tony got you covered on all your pool table services.
All you guys do. Thanks for joining us again for this medium fair match, Titan of the Table. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. You want to get
it really helps us.
Content. Yeah, that is one of the best things you can do is just like, subscribe, share if you can, follow our socials. We appreciate the button pressing and all that, and the chat. I love you guys keeping it interesting for us.
Yeah, it's really fun to talk to you guys.
Yeah, it makes it interesting. And this is an interesting match, man. I mean, this is kind of a
Polston Pot.
That was a rough kiss.
I know, right? Cha-ching.
We'll see how it
is that Bo again?
Yeah, Bo again. We'll see how that affects. It hasn't really cost Bo yet scratching on the break.
No.
With, like I said, with the no early tens, it's not as big of a deal against a player that it's not typical to run all those balls, which, I know that you're capable of running them. I've seen it. Like, I know that Edward Flores broke and ran a racket 10 ball, and he's like a 400 player when he was on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
So it's definitely doable. I'm not saying that. It's just that the percentages dictate that it's not going to happen all the time. I don't know about that, Kelso.
All these hearts are for you.
Oh, yeah. My opinion was Kelso was the key to victory for the Northwest Cup.
100%.
It's like when
he was the best hype man around, exactly. Like you said.
One of the Washington key to victory is that Kelso is going to get loud.
Oh yeah,
get in there, give us the energy. I actually had to let loose a little bit with my energy. There was so much energy in that format from the crowd, where normally it's like, it's like crickets. No one says anything, after every shot, everyone's being quiet. But in those formats, it's like loud, and it was interesting getting used to it. A little safety here. And there's a little bit of a moving game, which my opinion is the moving game is almost always going to favor the better player.
Right.
Bo's more likely to have better cue ball control, better object ball control, and that really accumulates in better situations in general for the higher rated players. Bo just has to be patient and not think too much about how he needs to get out from anywhere. You just have to manage the game the whole time and just be diligent, right? Don't lose focus and start doing things that you shouldn't do. That's how you lose.
Right.
Nice. Good shot. See, this is enough to make it hard for John,
Yeah.
John's going to have to make a good shot here to try to... I think that John's moving game is pretty solid, honestly, for his level. Definitely plays smart. We'll see how his execution is. A lot of the reasons why he is a 459 player is he's got a job, he works, doesn't get to play pool all the time, and maybe he's coming back to the game after many years. Sometimes you're like taking care of the grandkids. There's a lot to do in your life.
Ooh.
It's going to work out, where I don't think Bo's got a ton of stuff he can do with that side pocket in the way.
Right.
Maybe he's going to have to kick at the ball. To avoid the scratch altogether.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he can hit below the side pocket with right English and still hit it. Otherwise, he can definitely spin with left English at the top side of it. Okay, ooh. He can hit it full. What a good cue ball that was.
I know, right?
just playing it down table and tough, you know. Good
Yeah,
shot.
and got right behind the 4.
You know, and these are the types of situations where it's like, if you look at this the way the table's laid out, the 5 could be a little bit tough, but everything else is open, you know. If John makes a good hit here, even so, it's likely that Bo will have some sort of opportunity, and if he leaves him a good shot, then Bo could get out here. I mean, Bo's a good player, you know, and he hit it, but I don't think he got a rail after contact. Didn't look like he hit it on the way in.
No, he did not.
So Bo's gotten what he wanted, you know, and these are the situations where if you get comfortable, then this can steamroll into something similar to what was happening with Clay and PJ early on in the set, where Clay was up big, really, and had eliminated the spot right away and then somehow kind of let it slip away. So we'll see if Bo has learned the lesson that was there from Clay and PJ's match from Monday. You know, so much of this, I hope that people that are interested in this format are watching this so that they can understand how this is going to affect what they're going to do when they play.
Yeah, we got an exciting list coming up for you guys, which is super cool.
This is fun. I'm excited to start this one. For many years, I've been of the opinion that the fair match was a superior system for handicapping than doing Fargo capped tournaments. And I'm hoping that we can prove that it's both more interesting and better for the players.
Yeah, it definitely gives you like a different experience as, you know, a lower rated player or as you become a higher rated player, and then you get to experience the different types of pressure that you're going to feel on both sides.
Yeah.
You know?
And it gives the lower player an opportunity to compete against a top player. And that experience, even though you're getting a spot, is different. It's a different kind of pressure, not knowing if your opponent's going to miss, where you assume you're going to get a lot of shots against another like 450, 470, 500 player, especially on a 9-footer. You don't know that that's going to happen against Bo. Bo could catch a gear. I've seen him run racks on a 9-foot table. You know what I mean? So if he catches a gear, then John's going to experience pressure that he hasn't experienced maybe, you know, since he's maybe in a while. You know, definitely not in like a 550 and under or 500 and under cap tournament. You're not going to have guys that are going to run out on a 9-footer necessarily being in those tournaments unless they're way out of line. You know, because there's always the element of like potential sandbagging. We're doing our best to make sure with the 500 minimum robustness for this format that at least you've put your time in enough to where that's not, you know, going to be as much of an issue. And fortunately, we have a really tight community overall, and almost everybody that has signed up is a known player. And we're doing our best to just make sure that it's all on the up and up. That's one of our huge things that we're trying to do here is just integrity and respect for the game is important. Anybody that's trying to game the system
is really not respecting the game or the other players.
We're not that interested in that sort of activity, you know. And my assumption is that most people, in fact, almost everyone, is actually on the up and up and really wants to get on the stream because they want to get the feel of being on TV, having commentators, you know, playing against players that are, you know, and putting up enough money to be, you know, it's worth it to win, and it sucks when you lose, you know.
Gotta feel it.
Yeah, I think Joe's looking at the jump, deciding another jump shot's the shot. I like the jump here.
Yeah.
If he makes it, the cue ball will come out, and he'll at least have something on the 5.
Right. Do you think, does it go past the 10?
I don't think so. But if he hits this with some speed, then he might come around and potentially. But like I said, to me, you got to assume that you can make a move that'll allow you to have another opportunity. You got to be good enough at safeties to where you don't worry about getting shape. You know, you can go out to make this ball and just kind of move the cue ball out to have a shot. And that should be enough to like have something. Ooh. No early 10s. Oh, he made the 4 off the 10?
Yeah.
All right, so there's another 5 ball out here. We'll see if John can get there. You know, this is the thing where it's like a couple of these situations, if John had gotten out earlier in the other one that he had, it'd be a different score. So we'll see if John can capitalize here, put some more pressure on Bo. Yeah, that's a good result, Jason. And speaking towards that, I guess to ask you a question: how did you feel about the way that the set went down? Did you feel like it was good pressure and good information for you moving forward? Speaking about the fair match, in case you're like just listening and you don't have the chat going.
Ooh.
So you got a little bit out of line and missed. So now Bo's got, I don't know, the queuing may be obstructed a little bit. It looks like he's going to be fine, though, just to draw. In which case, now Bo's looking at 4-ball out. He just makes one good shot. He'll be in line.
Right. Yeah, it looks like he's got enough of the ball.
Yeah, it's a little funny, maybe. Maybe he's thinking about it, and maybe it is fine. Yeah, he looks like his queuing is totally fine here.
Yeah. Firing it in. So dangerous with these pockets. Yeah. And just for everybody's benefit, in case you are new to the stream or whatever, these are 4 3/8-inch pockets. So they do have a tendency to reject balls if they are not accurate. But Bo's been pretty accurate when firing it in. So.
Oh, yeah. That was a nice shot. Nice 8-ball playing it off the rail. This is another spot. Just came just a little bit too far to be, and I think he can just draw to the right, or he can slam it and go up table and just create a little bit of cue ball travel by just kind of overcutting slightly the 9. Yeah. Instead of aiming for the center, you aim for the left side. That gives you just a little bit more tangent velocity on the cue ball after contact. Right. Slightly risky, but then it's like if you leave yourself a tougher shot, that's also slightly risky. So you got to pick your percentages. Nice, Jason. That's awesome, Jason. That's the thing. That's what we're hoping that it happens, and that's their experience, is that the better player is going to feel pressure. They're not necessarily going to play their best pool. Oh, no. Oh, he's just barely going to. They're not necessarily going to play their best pool, feeling that pressure of knowing that you're constantly in it because you don't have to get as many games. And plus you think about, okay, if Bo's going to win this set, he's going to win 16 games. That's a lot of pool balls to strike. You could get tired, and John could win a few games without really having to, make a ton of balls. Oh, man. He's came up okay here, but John is a banker. Right. We'll see how this goes. Right, exactly. These are the ones where if he's going to think back, these are the mistakes where he's supposed to make that ball that he didn't. You got to lock that in, Yeah. See if John makes this bank. Nope. Is he going to scratch in the side? No, but he's selling it out. Oh, yeah. I think Bo's looking really good now. Bo's all right. Round away with it. 2. Got to shake it off and just, Yeah. And John's got to recalibrate and get back in there. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, oh, man. That was huge. I didn't even really think he needed to hit it that hard. So that seemed like excessive amounts of force for a shot that looked pretty routine to just drift it in, Yeah, slow let your cue ball go forward and go to the middle of the table. Right. It wasn't going to scratch, right. In the right bottom pocket unless you just hammered it. Right. Elevating was not necessary there. Ooh, John couldn't capitalize. All right. Well, Bo's got another shot. This is not as easy as the other one, but I don't think that he's going to have to just elevate and smash it like that last one. Well, Yeah. I think Bo's going to make this shot. I mean, after those last two, he's yeah, well, but there's
you could go either way. I think, I think you mentally could just be so like beyond, belief that you didn't make it. Oof, flirting with the corner
Dang.
pocket. But hey, he made it. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you could go either way, and you could just continue to deteriorate, or you could do what Bo did here and learn from those mistakes and be like, okay, I gotta make it this time.
And like that was a situation where if you miss and then John gets it, you can get in your head. Where he knew that he had it and he missed, and then he was fortunate there that he got a third opportunity. And once you get to a couple of those scenarios, now you realize that you could have won. It wasn't like the spot is out of line. You. All right. I think that John is taking a break.
All right. Player break. We will be right back. All right, we're back.
We're back. Chad, the warm weather, zero effect. We have air conditioning in the garage.
Right.
It can be as cold as we want it to be. It's a 14,000 BTU air conditioning heating unit, which is pretty much you could heat, warm or heat or cool 1,000 square feet with, and it's about 500 square feet of space. So we're doing good on that front. So it'll be nice in there.
We don't have some of the drawbacks as maybe some other locations do, as far as the heating situation is concerned.
Yeah, it's one of the things that, if it wasn't comfortable in there, we wouldn't be doing this. This is all part of how it is what I want to have a good area a good space to compete. And I want to be able to offer anyone that comes to my house to play pool the same thing. So it is just like it's an important thing for me just to have the quality of play and the quality of the space to be good enough to like feel like you're okay with having people over.
Right.
And the people are going to be putting up a few bucks. Like we've had $5,000 match on this table. I wouldn't be even letting people do that if it wasn't a nice table and the nice surroundings.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Bo had a shot in the corner. Nice. And this is pretty good. The 4.
Yeah, 3-4 is a little bit.
You just got to get that line. The 4 to the 5 should work out for him. if he gets a good line on it without having to do too much with the cue ball. I think he can just roll this forward and leave himself. Yeah, now I like this to cut this to the bottom right and come 2 rails. And if you can hit maybe the first diamond, a little bit below the first diamond on that left side rail, then that'll give you the line to get you right on the 4. And then it's all about speed control once you've established that line. Overcut it. He's left John really long and tough, though. Making this shot is going to be really tough to get position on the 4. He's probably going to play a safety. I would assume banking this towards the bottom right. You just got to avoid the double kiss if you shoot that shot. Oh, he made it. What a shot. Coach. Yeah, that was tough to come out. That was a great shot to pocket the ball. And he put a decent stroke on it to stay off the end rail, too. But the 4 was hidden. So now you have kick with maybe a touch of right. Call the 7 or the side. Nice, good hit. Is he scratching? Nope. Hey. All right. This is another shot. You don't have to be aggressive if you can find a good move, but I think that being aggressive here is okay. Just elevate, withdraw. Yeah, I think Bo's feeling the heat. I don't think it's the temperature heat, though. But that spot where that wood side table is directly where the air conditioning is. So maybe I'll go in there and check on them in between the next game, because they can lower the temperature if it's too warm. But it was fairly cool in there when we checked it, I thought. Hit it full. It's coming out pretty okay here. Got away with it.
Long cut on the 4. I feel like he can make the cut and come off the bottom rail back up to the 5.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the key shot. If he can make the shot, well, never mind. If he can make the shot, then maybe he can run out from there.
Yeah. I don't think he sold out, though. It looks like the 9's covering the 4.
True.
You got lucky that it worked out.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit, but it's what do you call that? You're missing on the pro side. Hitting it thin like that and just moves it to the end rail, and then now you're just a tougher cut. But then, yeah, the 9's blocking it, so. Okay, Bo's going to kick 2 rails at it. Kick and stick really is what the shot is here, I think. Oh, it came out really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Moved the 6 up to where the 6 to the 7 is pretty easy. It's actually made his life a lot easier if he gets a good opportunity. I think, yeah, John can kick 1 rail and make it the 4 in the bottom right, and then that would actually float the cue ball up nicely for the 5.
Mm-hmm.
2 full. Maybe a bank to the bottom right is the shot here. Cue ball's going to go up table towards the 5. Yeah, after this game, I'm going to go in there and check the temp for them, because I don't know that it's good now. It seemed, when we started the match, we were in there, it seemed cold to me, so I didn't want to adjust it. But if they're hot, because I saw John standing over by the AC as well, so maybe
he was getting out of the shot line for Bo.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
I think they're fine.
Was he going to leave it in front of the hole? No. Now you can make this combo. It doesn't win the game, but he'll get to shoot again, and the 10 will spot. That's the rules.
Right.
He went for it, but didn't get it. All right. Now what's going to happen?
Leave Bo with a bank shot.
Oh, yeah. I knew you were going to say that.
Come on.
That's the shot, though. That's the shot I like.
Yep.
try to shorten it, and if it doesn't shorten, then it's going to go 2 rails. But then your cue ball's going to be up table, so you're just testing your. Bo's in a manageable situation here. He's managing the score and the Fargo thing, and I think he sees that Jon is not invincible. It's just about him making sure he keeps playing his solid game that he has and plays smart the whole set. Doesn't have any of those mental lapses. And Jon's got to just figure it out and make some good shots. He's had opportunities and had not gotten there. Bo's gotten away with it, sort of. And Jon's got to know that all he has to do is just play a little bit better, and he's going to make it way tougher on Bo. He played that corner bank. I think he was. What a shot that was.
What a shot.
Really nice, really nice. This is what Bo needed. He took his time, made a good shot, and he's got a good position.
Yep, left himself a nice little angle there.
Yep.
You can just roll it up, hit the rail, come off it.
Yeah, you can either roll forward and leave yourself to where you're shooting the 7 and just using no rail position for the 9 in the bottom right, or you can maybe draw to leave yourself more towards the middle of the table so you can play the rail like that, and now you can just punch and come straight out.
Yeah.
Either whatever shot you like. If you don't like the way the rails are playing, to me, the move is to just let the cue ball float to the right of the 7, and then you're just playing the claw speed.
Yeah.
And if you like the rails, this allows you to be a little bit more. It allows you to slow the cue ball down a little bit more because you get the impact of the rail absorbing some of the energy. He hit that a little bit full. That's why he came up short there. But this is totally fine. I think he's going to draw this ball to the rail where that rack is and come back out rather than potentially getting funny on it. Because he's got a nice draw stroke. Bo can draw the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, he overcut it.
Ooh.
See, this is the thing, right?
Spicy.
This is where Jon needs to get out, Jon cannot continue to miss these shots and expect to be in this match.
Right.
Bo's not so invincible, obviously. He's missing a few balls, but Jon has to make good of those opportunities.
Yeah. All right. In there, left himself a long and steep cut on the 10, but makeable.
Let's see if he makes this and then avoids the scratch in the top left.
Mm-hmm. Didn't make it.
Kind of hit it rail first. Yeah, he's got to be kicking himself right now. All right, I'm going to go over there and check the temp for those guys in case that they're uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'm sure it's fine.
Well, I'll let them know they have the option to maneuver it.
Yep. All right. Bo puts another one up. 6-1. So we got what? 10-5 race. So Boney's game's 2-1 against Jon right now. Thank you to our sponsors, Northwest Tap, Ed Hobbs. Thank you for your support. Clean Slate Pool Tables, Dom and Tony are amazing. Please give them a call if you need anything done with your pool table. Tibbitts at Fernhill, Best Brunch in Tacoma, and Brunswick Billiards. Thank you so much for the cloth. Yeah, I'm super excited to see how this continues. I think Bo forgot to... Did he mark his game? Let me see. I don't know. Oh, yeah, there he goes. He's marked it.
68 and chilling in there. It's fine.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Just like making sure. You never know.
Of course.
Technology.
Right.
6-1?
6-1. Yeah, so it's 10-5. So he's got to win games 2-1 right now.
Yeah, man, it's not over yet. This is like he just needs to keep the pressure on the whole time. You know,
Dang.
you make a ball there, yeah.
Yeah,
So
he made them in the both side pockets.
nice. That's what you want, right? And I think the 9 helps him shoot the 1 into the side off the 9.
Mm-hmm.
The only risk there is that the 9 interferes with the 3 ball.
You think it could from there?
You know, I wouldn't say that it will. It just might. He just
Sorry. Jason's hilarious. Oh, beautiful shot by Bo.
Man, Jason.
Yeah, I know, right? What's up, Rob? How's it going, bro?
Hey, what's the pot up to right now? 4?
4 on Bo. No, 3 on Bo. Because I think the last one he jumped it off the table,
That's
so
right.
I didn't count it.
That doesn't count.
Nope. Pocket scratches only. I was talking to John Schreiner last night, Rob, and he apparently was not aware that it was pocket scratches only. And so he's now suddenly more comfortable with the Polston pot.
Yeah.
So we love
Gotta
that.
educate the fools.
I know, right? Well, you don't know what you don't know.
That's right. He needs to be watching the stream with more audio, bro.
No, he's got to work, poor guy.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have money to be playing these sets, man.
Ooh,
just enough.
Yep,
Whoa,
just got out of that.
Good shot, though.
Yeah.
If he breaks and runs this rack, that would be huge for him. I feel like Bo's not quite as confident as he wants to be. Not that you can ever be. That's the thing. This handicap is really interesting. I haven't watched enough of this format to really know. I just am kind of like, we're just shooting from the hip here, everybody.
Going for it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can just...
Well, he's like break and run territory, right?
Oh, yeah. If he can make this and get on the 5, it's looking really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, John.
He overcut it. Or did he hit it too full? And then that's why he hit the 10. If he would have made it, he would have went right past it. John's got a golden opportunity once again. Let's see if he can do this.
He's got the golden ticket.
Yep.
Ooh, jeez.
Apologies for the echo if you heard it.
And if you didn't, you didn't.
He's a little bit high on this ball. He's looking at... I'd be playing the cue ball back to where it is now.
Yeah?
From here.
Oh.
Yeah, holding it for the side, you can hit it too full, which is what happened. Yeah, I think John's mentality appears to me as though he's overworking his shape, and he's kind of like causing him to not make the ball in a few of these, where he's worrying too much about the position and not focusing on pocketing.
All right.
Came off a little short there.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is fine. That's the thing. You got to be like, you know what? I'm a good player. I can cut this to the right or to the left. It doesn't even matter. The 9 is right there. It's from this side of the table being the bottom of the table that you can make the 9 in, from any position.
All you got to do is make this ball.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, I like cutting it to the right with draw.
Yeah. I agree.
Made it. Very nice.
Beautiful. Center of the pocket.
Yeah, now I think you can play the cue ball into the side row and back out with just a follow. And
for the top left.
Yeah, play the 10 in the top left. Like such. Good position. Very
perfect.
Nice.
Bo came to play today.
Yeah, he's been struggling on the stream here.
Well, he's 0-3 right now, I think.
Yep. 7-1. He's almost halfway there.
Triple G, welcome to the chat.
OG.
And yes,
G.
The winner stays on and plays the next challenger for $250. There is a list. It's in the stream group. I also put it in this chat. I can actually pin it if you'd like, so that way it's easier to find.
We have not yet revealed
correct
our next contestant on Titan of the Table.
But yeah, we do know who the next person is. All right. So the Titan of the Table wait list is now a pinned message for your benefit.
If you're trying to get on there.
Right.
Will, that sucks, man. Flat tires, no good.
Dang, bro. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we're about halfway there, Will, and it's we're not quite halfway. It's been interesting. It could have been much different.
Yeah, Triple G, and this is going to be a weekly thing for as long as we are able to do it. I think we're just taking one break in August, the second week of August. We're going to take a break from all of our streams to take the kiddo camping.
Yeah, the Monday stream will continue, but the other two will take a week off.
Yes, the Monday stream will, because that'll be the finals of the second winner take all tournament.
Correct.
And then I get to go pick up my nephew from the airport.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be exciting.
Okay, a little combination here on the 1-3.
What do you think about this one ball, though? Because it's kind of off, right? So then it's going to kind of squeeze out toward the middle of the table.
Yeah, the one would travel towards to the side rail and then back to the middle of the table. And then the cue ball, if you just go forward with it, would kind of track towards that way. So I like just using high ball here. Make this ball. And then, yeah, your cue ball is hopefully going to end up with the shot.
Ooh.
You know, this is where the moving game comes into play, where you make that combo and then you just play whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you have to. And I think he can bank this one in the side.
Yeah.
Be aggressive and then hopefully bump the 4 or the 5 and trap the cue ball down there so that he can get
Looks like he might be playing safe.
He's playing safe, yeah. This is good. Cue ball's good. Oh, dang. Yeah, now the 2 doesn't even look like it is makeable in this combo.
No.
He might, maybe the carom is there, but I don't think that's available.
He made it weird. Yep.
Well, everybody needs practice on a 9-footer. I think that's
right?
Obvious in this state, and one of the reasons why we have very few top competition players is there's not many 9-footers to practice on. We're working to change that as we speak.
Yep.
Okay.
John missed it. Thought he had it, but looks like he
barely.
Didn't quite get there. All right, Bo, what are you doing?
He's going to have to play safe, I think.
Yeah. Like barely tap it and then send the cue ball down table to the other side.
He needs to move the 2 off the 1 a little bit.
Right. He's trying to combo bank it in the side.
No, he's looking
okay.
at the
I was like,
pathway.
what?
I think he's just going to play 2 rails.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Position down to the end rail. Just hit the 1 thin enough. Oh, he got a nice bump there. Is he going to come back? Either way.
Yep.
This rack is not automatic. You got 2 combinations, it looks like, as maybe being what you have to do. The 1-2 obviously is there, which is pretty routine, but then the 5-7, little off angle, and potentially the 6 and the 8 might have to be combo. You know, so John's going to have some work to do here. But he's actually got an opportunity to run some balls, which I think may help him. You know what I mean? He's just got to manage the table. He's been not having control of it long enough to get any sort of feel. Again, kind of. He's still in position here. You got to shoot it all the way down and then probably bank the 5, I would say. Ooh,
Dang.
safety, sort of. I think he was just trying to make it and play out for that bank shot and didn't. Just hit too full. Yeah, well.
We know.
It's a sad state of affairs, my friend. A sad state of affairs. Fortunately, they redid that table to where it's in good condition now. It was really rough. Okay. I was giving him a shot here. John's got an opportunity to actually run a few balls again. He just needs to get good on the 5-7. This is where he's been struggling, is he hasn't been putting the stroke on the ball to get the position he needs. And it's just made him get to where he just doesn't have easy shots. He needs to go for a better position.
Yeah, and the Brunswick Centennial clock's a little bit slower than Simonis, you know. So if you're used to playing at the bar, like, you know, on a faster table, you know, it could be tricky, right? Because you've got the increased size of the 9-footer, but then a little bit slower clock than the 7-footer.
Cha-ching.
Holston Pot. This is actually, I think this one's John's first actual pocket scratch for the match.
Yeah, that was rough. And now he's giving Bo, like, taking away the combo. Now Bo can just shoot this 5 in the left side and then have a good shot on the 6 to run these balls out.
Mm-hmm.
This is like total reversal, right? Like John had ball in hand there, right? This is rough. John's hopefully going to just be able to shake this off, man. And it's still early, you know, Bo still has to win 9 more games, you know, to John's 5. So it's like Bo hasn't even locked it up, even though John has not really shown much signs of life, but it's still early. You know, if Bo makes a mistake, misses a 10, leaves it in the jaws, which he hasn't done, you know, then John will get an easy game potentially, or 2 maybe, you know, and that changes things. 1 or 2 games is huge for John. And I spoke about that with both players, and they both agreed that there's pressure the whole time. Nice. Bo came sweet right past it. Got the angle to go to the side rail and get a nice angle on the 9. It's just touch and draw and a touch of left here.
John Bay's Fargo is 459. That's why he's getting 10 games. Basically, it's 10-game spot. Or not really 10 games, right? It's 5-game spot, technically. If it was 11-11, he's getting 5 games.
Yeah, it's 16-6 race. That's what we're looking at. I don't even know the math or how you communicate it other than it's R11 medium fair match. I was gotten to the halfway point. So as far as the ratio of the games won, Bo's just slightly ahead of where he needs to be to win. If John had 2 games right now, then we'd basically be right where we're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if Bo loses the next game and it goes 8-2, then it's basically like Hill's coming up. Almost, you know.
Looks like they're taking a player break. So we will take a break. Be right back.
Let's do it. All right, we're back. Shout out to the sponsors. Tibbitts at Fernhill. Oh yeah, brunch spot. Let's go. Brunswick Billiards. One of the biggest names in the business for so long. Northwest Tap. Ed Hobbs, one of the biggest names in the business around here. Clean Slate Pool Tables. Dom and Fam doing the work. We got BELONIA versus John
He's
Bay.
halfway there.
Yeah, Bo has reached the halfway mark. John Bay, he's been struggling, but he's not out of it. We got 8-5 race right now. John's going to have to come with the game here. That's all I know. He cannot continue to do what he's been doing and get there. Bo's had a few, mistakes that really John felt like he should have capitalized on and didn't. And that's been the difference. Literally 2 mistakes, and it would be a way different story. You think about John being at 3 and Bo being at 6 right now. Ooh, that would be pressure on Bo. I think right now Bo's just starting to get to where he can see the light, and that John is now feeling a little bit of heat.
All right, we got Bo lining up. Oh, he's like stretched out here. I feel like he could just take it straight up the table and then back down for the 3. Ooh, he did decide to draw it. Nice. I always feel like I need a crystal ball or something when I'm trying to talk about what they're going to do. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what I would do, but, obviously, they ain't me.
I just pretend.
I know, right?
Yeah, the 6 and the 10, right?
Yeah, that
changes. Now it's like, what's your mentality? How you're going to approach that ball is really what tells you.
Right there. See, that's where it was.
If you're going to get a little spicy on it, like Bo did, where this is like the front runner starting to be a front runner move, where you're like being aggressive and going for that.
Right.
And it's just that John hasn't demonstrated that he's capable of running, 7 or 8 balls. So now Bo is like unabated, going to be able to just attack. And then if Bo continues to play.
And that's giving him confidence, right?
Exactly.
And helping build his momentum.
Exactly. It goes both ways. Had John been playing just a little bit better, Bo might not be able to attack as the way he has. And Bo's moving game is solid. I've played him many times. He knows how to kick very well. His speed control on these moves is good. He knows what to do. His moving game is good.
Made the 5 weird.
Yeah, and, just by making it tough, he's doing all he really has shown that he needs to do. He hasn't been shown by John, other than those 2 early banks that John made, that John's really capable of, at least today, putting the run together. And that's not to be said that John can't figure it out. I'm confident that John's, I've seen him play and he can do it. He wouldn't be signing up for this stuff if he didn't feel like he had an opportunity,
Got the 2 railer on accident.
One of the things is, though, it's the familiarity of playing against better players, and it's just not, this is not a situation that either of these players has ever been into. With that being said, Bo has more experience playing against top players than John does, I'm sure of it. And now he's just been like, well, this guy is not playing like a top player. I can actually be comfortable playing these moves and stuff. Like if Bo is playing against me, not all of those moves would have worked out for him like they have been, certainly. And that's changed. He's starting to realize that, and John hasn't put that heat on him yet. But at any moment, if Bo lets his foot off the gas, John could steal a couple games, and now Bo could be just back in that same spot that he was, where he was shaking his head and missed 2 10s in a row.
Right.
And
ooh,
see, like this is another situation, right, where
John's got to put it together.
Yeah. You got a 4-ball run. You got a good starter. There's nothing else that you can expect to get here. This is your moment, and this is a couple of these have already happened, and he just needs to get one, and then that can show in the light where he's like, actually, you know what? I can do this. Yeah. Right now, he just hasn't seen it. That's a good shot. This is what you needed. It's like you got a proper angle. You don't have to force the cue ball. Touch a left here to come up to the left of the 10, and you get a reasonable shot on the 9. You make it, you make the 10, and then now you've got 2, and now you're like, 18% closer.
Right.
Ooh, see, that's it right there. Just you can't leave. You can't let Bo have, this many good opportunities. And Bo just has to keep the pressure on, because Bo got let out of that. And he's got to feel blessed right now and lucky that John's not playing well, because if John was playing even probably his B game at this point, he would have 2 to 3 games, I would say. Bo's been fortunate that he's like had a couple opportunities, and that Bo now, he's like, okay, if you give me 2 chances, I'm going to get there. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, I'm being able to run the balls. That shot he had, that 7 that he missed, he had to kind of force it, right? Ooh.
Almost got spicy.
He got perfect on the 10.
Yep.
All right, 9-1. Somebody call 911. Right.
7. No, not 7. 8. Oh no, it is 7.
Yep. 7 to 5 race.
7-5.
Bo's just about to erase. If assuming that everything continues as it is, he's erased the full spot.
Yeah.
He's got to get to 11-1, and now it's even race, 5-5.
Not quite 7-5. Yeah, 2 more to get 5-5.
This is still wild, man. I'm just like, okay, well, if this continues, I'm just going to be in disbelief the whole time. I expect somehow for John to show up and get in there. I really do.
Well, and he either will or he won't. And either way, it'll be a learning experience, and he can go back and watch the tape. And that's the thing is that, we really love doing the stream too, so that way we can benefit the players. Even after they come and play here, they can go back and watch their match and figure out what shots they had that were tricky and what they need to improve on if they were the one who didn't win. And even the winners probably, if they weren't playing their best pool, they could still go back and watch the match and work on the stuff that they were messing up on, and it puts a little pressure on both players.
Oh yeah. I think that it's an understated, really huge opportunity for someone that wants to improve to be able to play a serious match, a long race where you're getting to watch yourself for a couple hours operate, and then take a day off, achieve a little bit of distance and perspective, and then go watch yourself objectively perform so that you can make valid, accurate decisions about what really happened. Like, what did I do there? And like be separated emotionally enough to be able to make adjustments in your practice routine or find ways that you can perform next time, because you can see what you did and did not do well, and have that distance where, so much of it, in the heat of it, you're like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. I'm like, yeah, that's true in that moment. However, a lot of times the should have came after the mistake, where you like, well, you should have, but then at that moment you made that mistake, that was already after you had done something that got you in a bad spot where you made a mistake. And if you don't wait until if you don't wait until a couple days later, you may never recognize the moment that you actually started falling off.
Question: it wouldn't be, well, I guess if they called it, it would be but this is option.
This is option. This situation where you swap the 10 in.
Right.
So had Bo been hooked on this, then he could give it back.
Right.
The 9 is right on the rail, on the side rail. That's going to be interesting. I was looking at playing the 9 or playing the 6 off the 9, which I like. See, this is smart. I was like mapping it out. He's taking his time. He's making a plan. And that's what you have to do. So much of pool playing on a bigger table is you can't just like fire your way through it without thinking and expect to get out a lot of the time. It doesn't work that way. You have to do some planning and diligence and leave yourself a little bit easier if you can for every opportunity, as much as you can, to make your percentages a little bit higher, play the proper shot. And you can't just expect to know. Like, I think so many people watch the pros play and they play quickly and they play like the right shot every time. But the thing is that you don't see how long they played pool to get to the point where they could already know what to do in so many situations where, like, a normal player, even a higher caliber player like myself or like Bo, we don't know exactly what we need to do. We don't know exactly where we need to go, and we have to plan for it. And that's just the way the game is. We know that we have to do the work. We can't just use talent, quote unquote, to make it the run out happen. You have to use your full capacity, and that means use your brain, take a moment, reflect, make a plan, etc.
Unfadable 81. No, there are no early 10s in this 10 ball game. So even if he had called it, but then it would have still been his shot and he would have continued shooting.
Right.
But he very clearly did not.
Yeah. J-Mac.
Yeah.
No early 10s. Yeah, we're playing this. The philosophy of the way that I prefer to have 10 ball be run is that you have to make the last ball to win. I don't like the 3 foul rule for 10 ball either, because to me, I'm not saying that playing defensively isn't a winning strategy as far as it can get you wins, but I don't think that in an offensive game like 10 ball that you should be able to win playing defensively. I think that, to me, the best way to play defense is to be aggressive with the pressure that you apply with your move, to where you're like, well, I'm playing it safe in a way that makes it to where if you don't get to play a nice shot, then I'm going to win by getting out. And that early 10s and stuff like that just makes it, to me, that's 9 ball. You play 9 ball if you want to get early balls and 3 foul rule and all that. That's a 9 ball situation to me. I think Bo can't make this past the 10, so he's going to have to play a move here. But I just like banking the 8 straight at the side rail, towards banking it like you're going to try to hit the 10.
He called the cross bank.
Okay, that's a good shot too. A little bit more risky if he hits this long.
Two-way.
Yeah, he played it 2-way. He didn't even get it to the hole, which is a nice shot. If you think about, John's going to have to probably play off the left or the right side of the 8 to kind of bank it towards the 10, or hit it really thin and keep it down there. It's a thin hit from that far away. It's 8 feet away. The accuracy and precision required on a 9-footer for these types of shots is way higher.
Thanks for the shout out, Jason. Appreciate you.
Okay.
If follow what the man says.
100%.
Hit the like button, hit subscribe.
Appreciate your support, Jason, and even just like adding to the like and subscribe, share, please. If you want this stream to grow and have even more viewers so that there's more pressure for these players and for yourself when you're on it, you should do that. That's how, it's one of the best ways to play. You can just watch yourself play. There's people watching, you get more people involved. You get, you build the hype a little bit. it's good for everybody. It really is. You know, people could be watching whatever they want, but if we make pool more exciting and we have a little bit more action going on, then people will be watching pool instead of something else, and that grows the game a little bit at a time. It's a small amount, but it is something nice. Oak played that really nice. He could have shot that and just tried to play it soft, but he hit it with some confidence.
Yep. Routine cut in the corner.
Yep, he's looking good here to go 10 to 1.
10 to 1. 6-5 race.
6-5 race.
Did John get the first game?
The second game, I think. Maybe it was the first game.
Let's go back. John got the first game. So this is 10 games unanswered.
Yeah, John's had his moments, you know. John's going to look back at this and realize that even though it's not over yet, because it's not over yet, I know that it could have been way more pressure on Bo. And I hope that he learns from this and comes back stronger, because I know that John is he's game. He wants to get out here.
Yeah,
He was the first one when I posted to be like, I'm in, and then he just sent the money. He didn't even know who he was going to play. He didn't care. He's like, I'm playing this based off of what my ability, that I believe in myself, and that's what's up.
Well, and I feel that it's beneficial that you almost, don't know who you're going to play, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You're not playing against them. You're playing the table,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
if you want to get better, it's never going to matter who you're playing when you're better, right?
You just get lucky that they don't get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So much of the time, it's like, well, if you make a mistake, then your opponent has opportunity, and now if they don't get there, that's nothing to do with you. You still made the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And just because your opponent doesn't get there doesn't let you out of that. You just don't pay the consequence, but you will eventually. Not against this player, maybe, but against another player.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just ups your level of like, okay, even though I won maybe this match or this game, it could have gone the other way, and I'm learning from that, regardless of, the outcome financially or whatever on the score. The score isn't what matters. It's just trying to get better. What do I got to do to get better so that I have, more success? Nice inside spin safety there for Bo. He didn't even mess with trying to make it and spin around or anything like that. He's really just playing a control game. So you think John's taking a little player break here?
Okay.
We'll be back.
Do player break. We will be back.
We're so back. What's up, everybody?
Yep. Got John trying to get out of the safety right now.
One rail kick.
Ooh.
Ooh, I thought he was
Barely.
gonna feather it. Did
Just,
he hit it?
but no, he did not. It was
Yeah.
very much the one ball did not move.
Yeah, and then hitting that side of it, it was almost a scratch, but he looked like he was gonna hit it so thin that there was no scratch.
Right. And then we'll just post it up by the 7.
Yeah. Now the question is, can the 4 pass the 6 ball?
It looks like it's super thin, but I think it
Yeah.
can.
Like if you aim to the right side of the opening, it can go.
Yeah.
Get the line.
Get the line. All right, I'm gonna check it.
Ooh, he's hooked. We'll worry about that later. It looks like it goes.
It goes. But we do not worry about that until we get
turns out
past.
that potential is like, we'll have to save that for later.
All right.
Yeah, Bo's got a chance here. He's not out of it. He's likely to make a good hit here. It's tough with the cueing.
Yeah.
To be really solid with what you want to do, other than I think he's just going to hit it with some speed.
Yeah, being tree topped over the 10 is a little bit rough. Oof.
Oh, he got a little bit too much spin.
Yep.
But again, this is where so far John has not shown that he's capable or willing necessarily to run all these balls out.
Well, and I think
so we gotta.
Well, and I think maybe the Fargo differential also plays a lot into it. Like the amount of nerves that you have playing as 630 whatever level player.
Oh man, John missed this too.
Dang.
Yeah, this is so much of this to me is the experience of the 9-foot table.
Mm-hmm.
Bo has put mega hours on 9-footers in his life. I'm sure of it. He's from the Philippines. He's like, they don't even know what bar tables look like in the Philippines. There's 0 of them.
Right.
And it's like, partly it shows his comfort level here. And obviously he's a great player. His comfort level here is just much higher. His shot making has been pretty good. And I know that John's got game. But when you start to get a little bit, you know how it is. When your emotions get the best of you on a 9-footer, it gets worse. You just can't feel like there's nothing you can do. The ball's a million miles away from the hole. Sometimes then your viewpoint, your perspective, Bo's left himself tough again. See what he does here.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to masse. Maybe 2 rail kick under the 10. Yeah. I'm still rooting for Hill. I don't care.
I know, right?
I'm not.
We'd love for John to figure it out, come back.
Nice. This is where Bo is just really strong. He just makes so many good hits like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, sticking with it and not leaving easy opportunities is so huge. You got a little bit fortunate, obviously, with the bumping the 10 with the 3 there, but the speed of the cue ball and the speed at which he hit it was really nice. I think that as you get better, you start to understand that even though you might not be able to hit the ball exactly where you want to, the way the energy of the shot is that you can kind of just create separation.
Oof.
I don't know if he was going for that.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, you can create the separation like he did there with just the speed of the shot, even though you can hit it fuller or thinner. And then as long as you're not double kissing and some weird stuff is happening, you're going to end up, more often than not, leaving them tougher than if you just hit it any which way.
Yeah, Chad, I think it's both, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think a little bit it's, to me, yeah, it's definitely both. I feel like partly it's the strength of Bo's game and the fact that he's kind of been struggling. John's been struggling in that now it just gets tougher and tougher as you continue to make mistakes and leave the other guy opportunities. And then you start thinking about all the chances you had. And then how now you're just like, oh, there's just so many reasons to be in a bad spot, mentally. And then Bo continues to make good choices, continues to be diligent, and Bo hasn't really given him any reason to feel like he's supposed to win, even though Bo's made mistakes. It's like he's taken, other than that 2 10s or 3 10s that he missed, right? We had 2 10s that he missed in that one game.
Mm-hmm.
Bo's like played good pool after he's made the mistake and gotten another chance. Like he's taken advantage. And that adds up, it accumulates in these longer sets.
Mm-hmm. Well, and, right now, Bo's got 10 unanswered games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
exactly.
Like, it's like you said, an accumulation over time, right?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I lost my spot. Now what do I do? You're thinking of John was like, in the beginning, John was the one that was favored. And now you think, oh, well, Fargo is telling me now that I'm like a 90% underdog. And then every time he has an opportunity like that, right? It's been a while since he was able to like really get himself in a prime opportunity.
Looks like he's banking the 5.
Yeah. And he's just not comfortable. I think this might go.
No.
A little short.
I think it's short.
Yeah, and he's left the window.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he can get it off the rail.
Yeah, one rail or making it straight at it. Chad, we all know how he feels. That's one of the things that's amazing about pool, man, is we've all been there, man. I've been there. I couldn't see to be able to hit the broadside of the barn so many times in my life, and I've just been fortunate that I just never gave up on it. You just get back in there and just keep going. You got to grind out a little bit of time in your schedule so that you can make it happen, and do the competition. Like Bo's been competing. He was just here 3 weeks ago. He did not have a good result. If he played that level of pool today that he played against PJ, he might have lost already also. PJ did play really well there, but I know that John's capable of playing good pool. That's the thing. It's not about that. It's just about performing at the moment. All right, John's got another opportunity here. Thin the 6, come back 2 rails and shoot the 7 short side. That's what I like. Center ball, touch the left so that your cue ball doesn't float forward. You don't want to bump the 8 here, so you got to make sure you get left to check it. And you don't want to just make the ball. You got to get your shape, It's a little too soft, or a little bit thin, a little bit too full, right?
Is he going to make it?
You got to, benefits and burdens here. Whatever he does, he needs to control this rack. He can't just let Bo have control like he has been. That doesn't work if you do that. A good player is going to control the situation,
Yeah.
And this is loss of control, giving Bo more opportunities. It's tough, This game can be as brutal as you want it to be, as you're afraid, as it feeds into your fear. It feeds into your confidence. It makes your ego will just put you in a bad place. You won't take the risks you need to take
when you need to take
them, because your confidence isn't there. But the thing is that if you take those risks and you get there, that's where your confidence comes from. It doesn't just appear out of nowhere. You have to do the shot that's a confident shot. And in order to do that, you have to feel confident, even though you don't have necessarily any reason to. There's nothing stopping you from making a shot,
11-1. 5-5 race.
Boom. This has been wild, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think at the beginning we saw a lot more of the nerves from both sides, especially after John had made those really good bank shots, but then I think as time has gone on, you've seen sort of the mental game roller coaster that's been playing out in both players' heads. But it seems like Bo has more smoothed out his emotional roller coaster enough to really put the heat on John now. He's got 11 unanswered games.
Yeah,
and he's got an even race ahead of him.
I couldn't imagine being in that situation where I was like, just kind of like, and John has had opportunities that whole time and he hasn't gone there. And he has to be thinking about that. And that's what you can't think about.
Right. You have to let it go.
It's all about what's the next shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's it. There's nothing else. The game is over. You're on to the next game. And part of the skill of this game is being able to release what's happened before and move yourself forward, you know?
Yeah.
If you just trap yourself in how poorly you're playing, you're not going to play better.
No.
You're not going to play better until you decide that it's time to play better. You know, and that's just finding your game, you know. He could roll out here. But I don't know if he's kicking to a rollout. I'm not sure what the shot was. Yeah, he's just pushed out of there just to make sure there's an angle. Sorry, we got our dog in the cone right now, and
yeah, he's not happy about it. He's trying to take it off.
Trying to scratch his ear, but he can't. Yep, and Bo's just playing a control shot. Moving those balls apart so he can run them a little bit easier in case John doesn't get there, you know?
Which, based on past performance so far, is highly possible.
Yeah, I mean, he's left John tough here. The cut in the bottom right is this big potential scratch, same as the bottom left cut, you know?
Mm-hmm. Rearranging the furniture.
Yeah, and Bo's just kind of figured out his game plan. He's gotten this game plan like dialed in. He's just he's doing exactly mostly what I would be doing myself, which is you just don't do anything unnecessarily risky. You know, your opponent hasn't proven that you have to take risks yet. You know, the better you get and the better your opponent is, the more risks you have to take, the more.
Beautiful bank shot by
Bo. That was awesome. You know, high risk reward shot. You know, if he had missed it, he might not have left John an easy shot, and then making it, now he's got like an open rack to run the balls. You know, really good shot. But back to my prior thought, you know, it's like the better your opponent is, the more risks you're forced to take because you have less control and less opportunities to win when you do have opportunities. So you can't just leave those, you know what I mean, on the table, so to speak. You have to take your chances, you know, and Bo's not being forced to do that. And that's where the pressure comes from, is being forced to take chances. Exactly, Chad. Bo is definitely catching a gear and just finding a rhythm that works. You know, he's not playing perfect pool, but he knows he doesn't really have to. And his main focus is just keeping that equilibrium, you know, staying calm, right?
Oh, little rattle action there.
Yep, seeing this is another spot. John can do this. You know, he's got to believe it.
Hey. Stop. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Whoa.
And a scratch.
Oh, man.
It just, when it gets ugly,
Cha-ching.
It gets ugly.
Indeed. Pulse and pop.
Yeah, and a scratch. Yeah, lay down, Boosh. Good boy.
Get in there. Yep. That blanket.
Sorry, we're trying to convince the dog to be quiet. And we have no control over that.
Luckily for us, he's not much of a barker, so.
That's true. That is a really nice feature of this hound. All right. He's looking at his chances here. So he's just got to get, really, you'd like to get kind of in line with where the 7 is, so you can play the 5 and avoid the 9 altogether to get back for the 6, which is tricky from here. Otherwise, you got to get straight in and draw straight back so you can shoot the 6. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to have to do a little bit of diligence here. But he's really not in danger as long as he doesn't hook himself. He can play another move because his moving game, like I said, is so solid. And he's just allowed that moving game to just really shine and be really how he's getting the games, even though he's missing a little bit. He's moving the balls good. He's running out good. And he's just really in control of himself more so than he was at the beginning of the set.
Yep.
And that's why it's just continued to grind and get a little bit more catching up. And then now he's got basically what you call a lead, where he's overcome the spot. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. And we're going to announce the next contestant, the next match at the end of this match.
Yeah, we're excited. All right, brings it around.
Overrolled a little bit.
Yeah.
See what he does here. Yeah, Chad, exactly. You got to think, I just got to stop the bleeding here. Because, any one game that John wins is huge, If he had gotten to 2 games or 3 games earlier in this set, Bo would still be feeling pressure.
Yeah.
With John only needing 3 or 4 and showing that he can get out, Bo would not be in this situation necessarily. Like Bo might be playing just a touch worse or a touch more conservative, and that, like I said, it accumulates, and it's not a big thing. It's a little bit here and there, but Bo's been able to really control the table, and then John hasn't been able to control the table. He's looking good here, just a draw. Back to the middle of the table, a little to the right of the middle. Have a good shot.
Yeah. That's enough.
You overrolled a little bit, but Bo's got it,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like, that's totally fine.
It's looking to go 12-1 here.
There it is.
And as long as he doesn't have any letdowns and miss the 10 and leave it in the hole, which he seems more confident on every 10 ball than he was at the beginning.
Right.
And that's huge, We'll see if he can continue that because, there's a tendency eventually most players in this situation will leave 1 or 2 games, because you get to where you start counting the score, you start counting the money, and you can't do that. It's just not a good thing to do. That's how you let them back in there. And then you start realizing, oh, I let them back in there. And now I made it tough on myself. And now you start snowballing. And Bo's done really well to not allow that so far. And if this continues, it's just, to me, he could win all the rest of the games, And John hasn't shown that he's figured out how to get
that would be
out of this
16
hole.
Straight. If he wins every game from here out.
Yep. And I won't think that he'll say that it was easy, if that happens when we do the interview.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's up, Tyler? Good to see you in the chat, man.
Ty.
Hope you're doing well.
How's the east side treating you, my friend? Miss you, bro.
Yeah, definitely not, Chad. Totally agree. These balls look pretty wide open.
Yeah, getting on the 8. That's the trick here.
Yeah, it is a small gap.
Yeah, he's looking solid.
Yeah.
This is starting to reach that state of which you think maybe it can't happen. You don't want Bo to get to that we're at work right now and it's business time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's starting to be very, very systematic about what he does, and his pace is getting more regulated and consistent.
Oh, nice, Ty.
Don Weir, play well, my friend.
Yep.
I'm stoked for you. I won't make it there. I haven't actually been to that tournament, but I know that it's a really good event. It's good for pool in this area. A lot of top pros come and play, and it's a good thing. All right, this is the key shot here. Can he spin this with just a touch of right and then come to that window? The answer is yes. Did he overroll?
A little bit. Looks like, I don't know if he's got it off the rail.
This is it. See, this is another spot where if he leaves John a shot here, assuming he doesn't make this 8 and get out, that this is where John needs to be ready.
Yeah, mentally ready to take it.
This is my moment. Like, he's giving me a chance. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm speaking future tense here. He's like, okay, can I make this ball? Because Bo might just be able to just kick this one rail and make it. I can't guarantee that he's not going to make it. But the thing is that if he goes for this one rail kick and he gets close, he's not going to hit it hard. You know that. So that means it's going to be makeable probably. This is a spot where Bo could sell out if he doesn't make this shot.
Right.
Okay, he chose to hit a little bit more speed, which is smart. See, Bo's playing it to where he's like, no, I'm not going to give him that, like, duck in the hole and then let him run 3 balls. That's not happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how Bo's playing really intelligent, good strategic pool here.
So, John, I don't know. You think he should call the 10 and then just play the combo?
Well,
and then have it spot up and then play it out?
That's definitely a legitimate shot.
I think that's what he did. But looks like he left it for Bo.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. See, just the moments that he's had, he hasn't done it, That was another moment where, that wasn't an easy shot, but it's like, you can't expect the easy shot to ever happen. You're hoping to get lucky that it happens. But against a better player, Bo's managing the control game very well right now. He's kind of found the sweet spot where this is like, okay, John is struggling with some of these harder shots, so I'm just going to keep making it hard for him. Okay, see, this is it right here. This is another spot.
All right,
now, John can really do.
Now's your time.
All you got to do is make this ball.
Yep.
The cue ball is going to float over to where the 9 is. He's been under hitting it, so just
one
getting
ball
the
at
8
a
to the
time
hole gets you on the 9 here.
Yep. Smooth and steady. There it is.
Just get
bounce
3 inches
out
off the rail.
Yep.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh, he said he moved the 9?
Just rub the 9 and put it back. It's good, respectful play,
Mm-hmm.
Bo was not in a position to see it. Okay, now this is a cut here, John. You made harder shots than this in your life. You know this. Always cutting it to the left. Interesting. To me, I think cutting it to the right is a shot. This could scratch. Made it. The run is over. 12-2. John Bay. Comeback. 4-4 race. We're still in there. Hill's got a chance, babe.
Mm-hmm.
I think he moved it a little bit too far, but
I'm just going back to watch the replay. I want to see kind of what
happened.
He moved
it closer to the rail than it needed to be, but that actually made it harder for him to get the position that he played for.
All right. Well, John's at what, 33% of his required games now?
Exactly. And it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed to me as though where the ball was before, it was just a little bit further out. Yeah, he did move it. But the thing is that, he moved it not quite to the spot it needed to be. But because he moved it straighter, he actually ended up with the worst shot on the 10. If he makes the 9, he would have came out where it was originally. the 9 would have been an easier position. For
Yeah,
the 10.
he should have moved it up table more.
Yeah.
In the same spot and not in.
Dang. Okay.
Ooh, was that a Polston pot?
No, he didn't hit the 1.
Whoa. Dang.
It was the cue ball was on the table and Bo just grabbed it, so I'm assuming he didn't hit the 1. He must have miscued. This is no 3 foul rule here, so Bo's got to just manage the situation. I think Bo can just make the 1 on the side and use draw. Okay, he just spread the balls. Nice.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't hit it.
Yeah, that's what's up, Rob. You right. Late night drama.
Well, like Monday.
John's going for it. I mean, he won that game. You know, he made 3 balls there. You know.
Yeah.
It's been. It's basically the game. You know, it's like if John had made his 3 and 4 ball outs when he's had them, he would have won already.
True that.
You know, and he's got to recognize that it was just like that. Really, you just got to make a couple more shots. You know. This is a move here. If he can make a good move here, he can do a little bit of control. You know, he hasn't been able to control the rack as well as Bo has. You know, and see how this goes here.
Ooh, and
into the drink. You gotta just shake it off.
Cha-ching.
Holston pot.
Yeah.
As soon as Rob comments, bang, there it is.
I know, right?
I'm not saying you drew that to anybody, but you know.
You do what you do.
Manifestation game is strong. Yeah, Bo's got a good chance here. They're a little bit tight and inconvenient, but you make 2 good shots and you're there. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
You just got to get proper on the 5 to the 6 so that you don't have to mess with the 10 or the 9 or the 7 when you shoot that 6 ball. Four race. It's close, you know?
Oh, yeah. Be interesting if it gets to Hill, which we are always rooting for.
Not just Hill, but wondering how it gets to Hill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Would Bo get to the hill first and then have John catch up? Or would John get to the hill first and then Bo grind it back? Will we trade 1 and 1 here, the rest of the racks?
No one knows.
I don't know, you know? Bo missed an uncharacteristic shot there.
And it cost him.
And it cost him the game. And he knows now. It's like, okay, well, actually, it isn't going to be that way. I can lose this set still.
Right.
It's literally like that, where John's not out. He only needs 4 games from here. And yeah, he hasn't shown necessarily that he's going to do that. But then also, it's only 4 games.
Right.
You know? Bo's got to go 8 to the 9 here. That could be tricky.
Mm-hmm.
It's manageable, definitely. But if the further you get into these racks, the more crucial the balls are because now your opponent is more likely to get out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
there we go.
Yeah, Bo's speed is pretty good, though.
Yeah.
He's really starting to get his cue ball control under wraps. When he hasn't had to fire the ball in with speed in English, he's done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Shot, right? All right, John.
4 balls on the table.
You know,
anybody's game.
This is all you wanted. This is what you signed up for, is to hope that these opportunities came to you. And now it's your responsibility to run these balls out, man.
Your duty.
Exactly. This is what you signed up to do. You know, as the lower rated player here, it was no expectation that you're going to break and run any racks, put multiple packages together. All that stuff is Bo's responsibility. Your job is to clean up when you get the good opportunities, which this is one of them. Draw this ball a little bit. Get yourself a nice shot. That's pretty good. Now you can draw here to the left side rail and down for the 9. And I think John's got the stroke for that. Otherwise, if you go forward, you're going to have to put a little bit of speed on it.
Oh, yeah.
See, and you can't just roll this ball. You need to get shape here.
Yeah, it looks like he's opting for speed. Forward,
but he just doesn't have...
Killed it. But still, he does have the angle. He can still get that window and make it in the bottom left if he's trying to go for it. But then also, because of the distance away from the 9 that it is, it's like hard to hold it down there.
Yeah, well, you're probably going to bump the 10 if you make the 9 here, I would say.
Or not.
Or not. Did he come around enough?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, snap. This is a chance, John.
John might be feeling froggy after that last win. He's like, all right, I can do it now,
Exactly. He needed a jump start.
Yep.
Jump start my heart.
Ooh, left it in the jaws.
Bro.
What a bummer.
Two of those when he was doing that rail, like hit that thin cut and left it in the jaws, and then this one.
That would have got him to 50%.
Bro.
That
was so huge.
Yep. Bo just crossed over, he got to 75% in the last rack, so now he's pushing over 80.
Dang.
Percent of the way there, I think.
13-2.
Yep. Yeah, 81.25%.
I think we got a player break.
All right. Looks like we got another player break, so we're going to go on break. See you in a minute.
All right, we're back. Chad agreed. That was a brutal, heartbreaking shot for John. Thinking about going to getting halfway there, winning 2 games straight at the end of the set would be big for your confidence. I'm hoping that he can still be okay with the fact that he's had opportunities even at this point, and that it's not over, man.
Yeah,
it's not over. Bo's breaking well. He hasn't broken Rand yet. He's gotten close. The 3 to the 4 is a little tricky here, even so,
Yeah, he got to the 8, right? That was where he snookered himself a little bit behind the 9,
right.
had
John
to come off one rail.
That game, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They had a couple back and forth on the 8 ball.
Yep.
John ended up taking it. That was a nice stroke for Bo to get in there, and I think maybe Bo might play to bump this 4. It's hard to get to that spot to bump. I might try to bump the 6 if I'm playing for the 4 in the top.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to play for a shape on it, with not moving the ball.
What's up, Chad Raswick? We got 2 Chads in the chat, so I gotta distinguish.
Chad Raz.
Bro,
have you been watching or are you just getting on here? You probably just gotten on.
I know, right?
It's been unreal.
Yep.
Bo's playing better than he did against PJ. There's no question about it. Played for the bump. He's going to be able to play safe if he doesn't like this in the bottom left.
I think he can make it in the bottom left pretty easy.
Yeah. And if he misses it, the cue ball's going to be pretty okay here. Dude, you're hilarious.
I do act like a kid often, though, so I'll go with you on that one.
The fair match, it's amazing. I've decided that I'm a fan. It
makes it interesting.
I just, at any moment, that it could be what you don't want it to be. You know what I mean? As a player, where you're like, I had it. Bo's been grinding for hours to get to this place, and John's been sitting there the whole time. You know what I mean? And John has been several golden opportunities, and he's gotten a couple of them, 2, to be honest. But
right,
he's had 7 or 8.
Sorry.
It's all right, man. You're older than we are, so it's all good. You can I know it's only barely, a little bit of time. But still, I respect my elders just enough to be okay with it.
Is he older than we are?
He is.
Dang. All right.
I know he looks very well preserved, though. Oh, yeah. The pressure is real, man. I know that Bo was thinking about it earlier when John was making balls. And then he was even now, John could come back,
14-2. It's a 2-4 race. Bo needs 2. John needs 4.
Yeah, Bo has finally reached the point in which he can see the light.
He's ready. See how fast he threw that threw that rack on the table. He's like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, I just reached my 48, Chad. It's been good. It's my year of the horse, the fire horse this year.
Oh, yeah.
Which is supposedly a good thing, which is good because I don't need that. It's nice for me, though. We're going for it, so it's nice that the universe is providing.
Oh, yeah.
All the signs necessary.
Ooh, that 310s is weird.
Yep.
Got to play to break that out.
Yeah, he's going to play safety here.
Mm-hmm.
I like banking the 1 to the middle of the table and using the 2 for cover. Boom. Exactly.
Kind of like that.
I think he can touch the edge of it.
You think he has enough of it to cut it in the side?
It's possible.
It kind of looks like
to
he
me
might.
Like he can definitely hit it.
Sounds great, Chad. Thanks. Get those reps in.
What drill are you doing today? What are you practicing? He can make it. All right, John. Now what? Get up there. Give him a shot. I want this to happen, man. Hill, let's go. I love you, Bo, but I want Hill here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good viewing. See how the players operate in the hill.
Ooh.
Oh, is this a scratch? Ah, dang, John, baby.
Dang, John. Ching.
Holston pot. Now Bo can play this in the side with follow and bump the 3.
Are we doing $20 now?
I told you I'm going for 50, and if inflation continues as it is, I might say 100.
Dang.
Who knows, man? You know, the world situation is very interesting. Fortunately, we're just sticking to pool. We don't have to worry about that.
Right. Exactly.
The dog's chasing rabbits right now. ESB on Audible? Yep. I think Bo's is he gonna go to the lower end? Yeah, he's gonna play safety.
Yeah.
Planning safe. I like that. There's no reason to get aggressive. That hasn't been working as well as just playing safe and grinding. Man.
Hilarious.
I love you, Rob.
Nice.
We'll have to make a music video of that. We'll get a compilation together. I don't even know when I started saying that word. It wasn't in my vocabulary until whenever it started being in my vocabulary. I don't remember that being a thing.
And then there was dang.
It took over for words that we don't say anymore.
Got it. All right, John, let's go. Keep it together, John. This looks like a nice
you got a chance
setup here.
Nice little stun run through.
Oh, did he get safe?
See, now I would have said it, but I can't because Rob called me out, man. Now what am I going to say? What should I say instead, Rob?
This will be interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. That was for the Chads of the group.
I know, right? The people who are as old
y'all
as
are
us.
old enough.
Yeah. They get it.
Warming up with 14-1.
Say it.
I can't be forced, Rob.
No one tells Shawn what to do.
You can't be forced.
He's got to feel it from the inside.
Yeah. It has to be real and authentic.
Right?
Dang. That wasn't real. That was forced.
Kelso. That's right.
What?
Let's go. You get
That's
it.
what's up, Kelso.
Yeah. I appreciate you, Kelso.
I like playing off the backside of the 6. Maybe it just flows right through it. Yep.
Ooh, nice.
That's how we do it.
Smooth as silk. Love it.
Bro, Ty, nobody knows the answer to that question. They just like it. I think Bo plays with Mez because it's expensive and black.
Dang.
They actually do play really well, but I wouldn't necessarily say that there's much difference to that than anything else. And I have no idea what John Bay's playing with. I'm more interested in the psychological effects of playing pool. honestly. But I do like that question. But what, I know that Bo's playing with Mez.
Oh, snap. John's got
I don't know what John Bay's
a door.
playing with.
Is he going to walk through the door? That is the question.
I think John Bay's playing with the Mucci. Nope.
Not walking through it, no.
He's leaving Bo the 10 to miss.
He's holding the door open.
Yep.
Yeah, but I feel like from where that 9 ball is.
Oh, yeah, it's there. Jason. Heavy, yeah, it is super heavy, but he's strong.
Oh, no.
Oh, snap.
We got the double ouch situation. Triple ouch. Are we on triple?
Not yet, but soon. It could happen right here. I'll load it up.
Right, because Bo missed it, then John missed it, then Bo missed it again.
This is it.
This is your
moment,
chance.
John. Yeah, crawling back. This is how it happens. Otherwise, Bo's going to be on the hill, and that's going to be rough city, bro.
There can only be one Highlander, John.
That's right.
Just remember that.
At the end, there's only one. But then somehow there's not.
What?
What are you going to do here?
Oh, snap.
Oh, is it going to
close? I don't think so.
And then it made it easier for Bo, too, now.
Oh, yeah, the 10. Mm-hmm.
The 10, yeah.
Yeah, the camera angle is hard, but it looks like he's lining up for it, so I think it's in.
Yep. See what happens here. I'm really curious to see what Bo plays here. If he plays below the 10 to try to cut it inside, if that's a shot.
No.
Straight down. He's not risking it. Nice shot.
Yeah, and this one, you just slow roll it in. I wouldn't do anything more than that.
Yep. Now, if he hits if he shoots it too straight down the rail and then it'll jaw up, he needs to just touch the side rail just before it gets to the pocket.
Oh, no.
It didn't jaw up, though, but he missed it. That was exactly what I thought might happen. All right, John Bay's got his favorite bank shot. Let's go. You know it.
He's got to do it with the bridge, maybe?
I think he can stretch and shoot.
Okay,
He's pretty tall.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just too short for that.
You got to hit it with... There it is.
Boom! 3 on the board for John Bay. 50% of the way there.
Boom. This is that little moment where John's got some openings. John had a potential to win that other game too. He got to 2, then he missed the 10 to go to 3. Bo won 2 games, right? And then now he's got 3. So it's 2-3 race, right? This is close.
I got Jeremy in the chat pulling a Rob Schneider. You can do it.
I love that. He can do it.
Oh, yeah.
But will he? That's why we're watching, actually, to find out. Will he do it? Joe Dub 11382.
There is a lineup.
We have not published the lists.
We will not publish the list.
We have a list, and it was based off of the timestamp for when people put themselves on the list. We are basically the way we're doing it is we're going to go from the top down.
Hey.
Stop. We're not making music right now, bro. Sorry about that. The dog was interrupting, so we had to mute. We are going down the list, and then we're confirming the players as they go. So we will announce the next player at the end of this set, which is going to be soon.
Yeah. Kelso, totally agree with you. There is no try. There is just do.
That's right. I made a reel about that the other day.
Yeah, he actually did. Check it out.
I don't think it's live yet. I'm still. I don't. Maybe I did publish those. I've got a million miles of reels left to do. Yeah, if you want to get, I don't know if you're on the list, Joe Dub, what your last name is, but if you want to get on it,
It's pinned.
it's the pinned comment.
Yep, the pinned comment is the link to the wait list for Titan of the Table.
Yeah. Yeah. Our dog is in the cone, Jason. It's a sad day, but hilarious at the same time.
I know, poor baby.
Oh man, I think John overrolled the 6 there and left the edge. Oh no, that was Bo.
Yeah.
The door's open.
Yeah, for sure, Jeremy. Short people problems. I hear you. I'm with you. I get it. What do we got here? You think John's gonna run it out?
I'm rooting
Did
for
he?
it.
He didn't mark his game, right? He's at 3.
He is at 3 for all those watching.
Oof.
He's gonna get.
He's gonna get safe here.
Bo can hit most of it.
Oh, nice. His horse is in the race. Interesting. Nice.
Oh, that's gonna work out for Bo.
Oh yeah.
I think John may be able to kick between the 4 and the 5.
John fixed the score. Must have heard me.
Nice. Good job. Kelso has not been on the stream, Chad. Not been on the stream.
Ooh. Whoa.
All right.
Wild.
Awesome. Yeah, Joe Dub. This is a kind of a new thing. We haven't really had that much experience with it until this winner take all, and this is the first, King of the Hill
style
thing. But I really like it, and it's if whoever wins this
plays again,
they're going to play again until they lose, and you could go on a run here. You get a little bit of a heater going, you play good, you win 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and all of a sudden you got $1,000 in your pocket. Yeah, we got a delay, so he did mark his game there eventually. See if he can hit this and avoid the scratch. He does. What a shot.
Almost got it on the backside.
Right? I say that, and you almost got a double kiss scratch with the 9.
Looks like Bo can see it. He's got the window here.
Yeah, he can do a lot here.
Mm-hmm.
Bo's going to play a bank. Oh, he's elevated Safety. A lot more than I thought. Overrolled it.
Yeah. But didn't really, he left a cross bank.
Yeah.
I think it can also be cut down the rail, but then that brings the cue ball back down table, which might get safe behind some of these balls if he's not careful.
Yeah, there's a couple moves that you can do here that are pretty legit. You can shoot one kind of towards the side pocket, but a little below it to bank it down to the end rail, and then try to use the 3 for cover.
Mm-hmm.
You could go across the face of it, although you're maybe going to scratch.
No. Looks like he
sold out the window.
Got the window.
Bo's got a long straight shot here. He's going to have to draw back just a little bit to get good position.
Joe, this is a Brunswick Gold Crown 3 with 4 3/8-inch pockets.
And it has Brunswick Centennial cloth on it.
Mm-hmm.
In the shark bird. What is it? Gunmetal gray?
Gunmetal gray is what it's called, technically.
It's not shark gray or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know whose cloth is shark gray, but it's not Brunswick. At least that's not what the label on the side of the box said.
True that.
All right. Interesting.
Dang. Maybe the nines. Yeah.
You think he's got the bank, or is he
just thin off?
Yeah, I think he's trying to get the safety.
He's looking to see if he can hit it. Interesting.
Yeah, the 9 looks pretty in the way. Ooh, Masse. Let's go.
Called the side pocket.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Maybe the 2 rail kick to the
ball in hand to BELONIA.
All right.
2 games remain for.
This is where it gets to be where Bo really wants to get out here. And this game gets to be pressure in the way that if Bo leaves an easy opportunity for John, which he's done a couple of the last few games, he's left really good opportunities for John.
And that's given John 2 games out of like the 3, I think, that he's given him as far as opportunities go.
Right. And then John's actually converted, which he hadn't been doing for basically an hour. And who knows how that's gonna affect what's going on here. With that being said, this is a pretty routine out and under like traditionally normal circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it gets interesting, is like Bo's been playing, hitting so many more balls than John has the whole time. We'll see how his stamina and his mental fortitude holds up. And then John also has just been sitting in the chair and being cold mostly, not having great opportunities because Bo's been playing a very, very methodical, tight game overall. And it's just made it difficult for John to really have too many good opportunities to feel comfortable. But that's the challenge of being here. This is why we're here, is to like see how that dynamic plays out.
Ty, we answered it.
Are you talking about their cues and whatnot? I don't know what John's playing with. Bo is playing with the mez.
Well, yeah. I think his last question was that he wants you to ask it in the short interviews after why they selected the equipment they're playing with.
Yeah, we try to keep the interviews very short because they're typically very emotional, and I don't think they necessarily want to talk about their equipment when they're having the post-game interview after a 3-hour set. But I'll keep it in mind. I don't know.
If the opportunity presents itself.
Maybe what we'll do is do that beforehand from now on.
Yeah, maybe ask them. All
that information is like stuff we should have collected beforehand. That would be easy. Like, what are you playing with, all that and all that? That makes sense.
And why, yeah.
And why. We can add that to the list of stuff to do. So I appreciate that. I think that we're going to hold off. Just because out of respect for the players, I think that we don't want to keep them hanging after this whole thing. They got places to be.
Yeah, and one of them's definitely going to go home with just the winner then.
Nice.
But, one of them's going to be, like, pretty upset probably. I don't know. Sometimes they're upset.
Absolutely. I don't know that either one of them is going to be happy with losing enough to be... Well, I don't know about how upset, but definitely disappointed, I would say.
Right. Give them a minute.
Because Bo is kind of like, this is another thing where it's like, now it's like, okay, he's left himself tough. Now what do you do?
Right.
You leave him, and John's proven that he can bank the balls, and Bo's probably thinking about that. He's like, oh, I don't want to leave him a bank. And then that makes him think maybe I should cut it. Right?
Yeah.
He's looking to see how easy the cut is. I'm like, oh, okay, well, if he uses left English here and he cuts it and he overspins it, he could hit full and scratch in the 2 rails into the corner. Or just if he hits it too full, then it's just going to hang up potentially. We'll see. This is the fun of not knowing.
Oh, overcut it, left it down table, but makeable.
This is wow. Dang. I can't
pressure
even
is
say it
real.
authentically anymore.
Rob's
Rob,
ruined the
I'm
day.
going to have to forget about it, and then we'll get back to it. John Bay with the opportunity.
All right.
Oh, dang. Is this going to scratch?
It doesn't look like it. It's going to hit the point. Dun, dun, dun.
See, now, one of the things that I noticed about John is he never looks to see the shot. He just gets down on the ball. I would be looking down the barrel of it.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, to me, that
Bo's got an opportunity
anything
here.
extra you can do to add to your feeling like you're going to make it, you should do in key situations.
Yep. What do you like here?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't like anything. There's no fun shot from this situation. Yeah, all of a sudden Lee is like, all right, I'm still in it. I think Jason took Bo in this one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, V-Man, I agree with you. Bo's game just suddenly slowed down. He's getting close to the end, and maybe that's his thought process. See, this is the shot you got to shoot, but this is the dangerous shot.
Yeah, if you draw it up, you're going to leave it there.
Yeah, or if you hit it too hard and you go short, then it's going to double up. Yep. See, now he's going to leave it in front of the side. Maybe not. Good speed, but still, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. He's calling the cut shot.
All right, John. Smooth and steady. Hey, you're right. You didn't even go look at it.
Yeah.
Dang. In there.
They didn't need to look at it.
Dang. Apparently.
Bruh.
All right. Drama. This is 14-4. It is a race to 2 now. Whew. I think maybe John just needed the extra pressure of it being toward the end to come alive.
I guess. I don't know if he'd say that, but it seems as though that's what's happening.
Rob. Dang.
I think there's more A's when I say it.
Shout out to the sponsors, Northwest Tap, Ed Hobbs. Thank you so much for your support.
Ed Hobbs.
Clean Slate Pool Tables. Dom and Tony got you covered. Hit them up for the pool table services. Tibbitts at Fernhill. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. The Clean Slate Pool Tables crew is going to be competing this weekend at Revolution Jiu-Jitsu tournament if y'all watch Jiu-Jitsu.
So Shawn, as well, by the way.
Trying to choke a fool out. That's why I haven't been playing as much pool lately. I've been training. Not really, actually. I've been doing more streaming, man. I'm going in cold, but I'm going to win anyways because that's what we do.
Yep. Tibbitts at Fernhill, best brunch in Tacoma, and Brunswick Billiards. Thank you for the cloth. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Please. We love you anyway.
The algorithm.
Yeah.
And we're not going anywhere. You know that.
Yeah.
You might as well do it.
Yeah, we're gonna be around.
We can't see if you don't do it. If we could, we'd be calling you.
But you'll know. Come on, man. But you'll know.
You know what to do. Log in on your phone. Get your Facebook going. Get in
there. Excuse me.
Dude, John is in there.
Good hit.
Bo's left the door open a little bit here, and John has managed to sneak 1 foot in. Let's see if he can keep this wedge going.
Yeah, Chad, he got the bandage.
This is what we asked for.
No need to apply a tourniquet just yet.
We are on the brink of the hill, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
I know, it's amazing, right?
Anything can happen. This is all of a sudden, this is like my favorite format.
I know, right?
It's like drama the whole time. As soon as somebody dogs the ball, it's like, let's go. I appreciate you, Ty, but I'm more like a 350. I know just enough to keep myself alive, but not enough to hurt anybody. Except for the people that know nothing. But that's okay. It's my backup game.
All right. Whew, in there.
Ooh, little straight. I think he's going to be okay cheating the pocket and going up towards the in between the 7 and the 9 for the 5 in the bottom right.
Yeah.
Just have to make sure that you hit this. You don't want to put spin on this one, I don't think.
No, I would go center
Too
ball.
close to the rail to put spin on it.
Think. All right.
He's okay here. A little straight on it and close to the rail, so I'm not sure what he's going to want to do. If you can elevate a little bit and try to punch back to shoot the 6 in the side or the top right, or if you just roll forward. Yeah, it looks like he's going to draw a little bit and play this to the top right. Oh, now I think he's playing for the
bottom
side.
Right.
Yeah, excuse me. Oh. Okay. John Bay, 6 balls to get to the hill. Will he do it? Not yet. Oh.
Ooh. Got a lucky hit off that 7.
I think Bo can make it.
Can he? Almost lucky hit. Maybe it
so.
overrolled just a little bit. Chad is stressed out, but he's not even here.
Bro, that's what's up, man.
You got that Friday, though.
Other Chad.
Raswick.
Not other Chad, but Chad Raswick, because you're both the Chad. But he was like, I didn't even sleep after that other match on Monday.
Yeah.
Because I was up for like an hour trying to like cool off. I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, dang, bro, right? It was exactly the whole time. It was like intense. You know, that whole match was just fascinating to me.
It was definitely wild.
And this one has been so interesting, just like not knowing exactly how it's going to go down. And here we are.
Well, and it's like a last minute thing too, you know. It's like we thought it was gonna go down, you know.
Oh snap!
All the way.
Missed.
Dang. Yeah.
I'm coming back, Rob.
That's hilarious.
I shook it off, man. My self-consciousness is reduced. I think he can thin off the 6 and make the 9 with the cue ball.
Yeah.
It's very thin, but I think that's the shot. I don't think that shooting the 6 into the 9 is going to work.
Yeah.
Very thin, John.
Yeah. So thin you barely breathe on it as you go by. There you go.
Whoa.
I broke him open.
Nice. Look
Beautiful.
At that. And he moved the 8 to a good spot to play position for the 10 in the right side pocket, too. If he can get a good shot on this 6 ball here, or the 7 ball, he's looking solid to get to the hill first, which would be unreal based off of what has been going on. Ooh, that's a little tough. He's going to have to go to the side rail and back. Or cut it in this. Maybe he cuts it in the right side and goes 2 to 3 rails.
Joe, Shawn's Fargo is 687.
Oh, man.
Oof. All right.
Is going to leave a mark, I believe.
Yeah. I don't think Bo's going to let him get away with this one. Yeah, Jason. The dang highlight reel was already suggested by Rob. We got 2 votes for the dang highlight reel.
You know what I should do is just plug it into the AI clip maker we've got and then just ask for that and then see what happens.
See if it can do it.
Just give me all the dangs, bro. All the dangs. The dangity dang dang dangs. Exactly.
And then what do you do with it? You use auto-tune and make a song out of it?
I'll send it to my DJ friend and then we'll turn
Tour? Oh man, that would be great.
Turn it into a viral hit. No, I'm going to send it to the other Sean Lewis.
Oh, the other Sean Lewis, right.
Y'all know that I have a brother with the same name. That's not my. Anyways, he's a DJ. Lives in Puyallup. Shawn Lewis. Look him up. Shawn the Shaman.
Nice.
Local legend. We actually met in person through another mutual friend of ours named Tor, who is a DJ.
Also.
And has a really good career going. Just keeps moving up. He was a music teacher, and he quit his job to do music full time.
Whew,
Go on the hill,
right.
let's go.
Bo got to the hill first. Got product recommendations from Ty here.
Oh yeah. It's gonna say dang, bro. You already know. It won't just be dang.
I know, right? But will it have more A's?
Yeah, at least 3. We at least deserve AAA.
All right, so it's 15-4.
Hill.
Bo
won
is the Hill
game from Hill.
Yeah.
500 on the line here. Winner gets to play next week. Let's go. Yes, I am the Shawn Lewis that gives lessons. At least one of them. There may be others. I do think I'm the highest Fargo rated Shawn Lewis that there is, though. I don't think there's actually another Shawn Lewis that plays pool.
Well, none of them come up in Fargo if you put Shawn Lewis in there.
Yeah, that's true. There are 500,000 of us, though.
Good to know.
Yeah, well, Shawn, when I was born, was a top 5 first name, and Lewis was a top 5 last name as well.
Nice.
So I'm basically like basic B name.
Dang.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
All right, Bo makes a good shot here. He can continue this run and get there and not give John an opportunity to get that hill game going. I feel like that's what he really wants to do.
Man, that stressed me out when he stood up that quick. I was like, oh. All right, going for the bottom left.
Yeah, Joe Dub, if you want or have an interest in lessons, you can go and DM the Easy Street page, Easy Street Messenger, or you can find me. Nice shot. Ooh, he's a little elevated over the 10. This could affect the shot here. Makes it a little bit more tough to play that draw and right English that he'd like to play to make the shot easier. The right English would make it check just a little bit. And if he hits it with just center ball, the cue ball might flow too far or he might miss. All right. See if John can draw this ball back to that same spot where the 3 is at, or where the cue ball's at now for the 3. Dwayne. Interesting, Chad. I'll think about it, bro. I'll think about it. We got to constantly evolve. That's how it is. What a nice shot.
Very nice.
Maybe he plays a stop shot to shoot the 4 in the bottom left here instead of doing anything to try to get him for the side. I don't know about that.
Oh, is it on one of the other streams? Probably.
Oh, snap. Yeah, okay. I was wondering when that person would finally give us a call back. That was on I think it was FNL, the last one that I did when I played Shu Chang. Nobody ended up coming back and getting that lesson. So I remember you.
Yeah, Ty, Shawn's a brainy guy. He knows all the things and random things that maybe no one else would know.
Whoa. Flirting with it.
You know, you got to feel the pressure, you know.
I feel like he's been feeling the pressure the whole time. He's been I mean, he's
Living
up
on
his
the
level here.
edge.
He's made shots so far this rack.
Yep.
Booyah. Oh, dang.
Oh, dang.
Ugh! He's perfect. He fired that 6 in like it was easy.
Yep.
That was cool.
Well, it's nice to see John, with a little more confidence in some of his shot making. Oh, did he call the bank? Doubt. Well, he didn't make the bank either, so.
Jeez.
Dang.
Just when I thought he was going to run those out clean. After that 6 ball,
right.
Actually, so many of those shots were really good that he got to get to that point.
All right, Bo, you got the opportunity to take it and become the first Titan of the table.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The legend grows.
Yeah, this is the
first ESB Titan of the table, soon to be crowned.
100%.
We should have got a big hammer built. You just hold on.
Like a Thor hammer. Dang, Bo.
Oh, snap.
This is not looking that great.
Happy about this. What do you like here, babe? You could play the 9 in the left side.
I think, if you can just put a good stroke on this one, come off the top rail and off.
Scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like this better. 2 rails for the.
Yeah.
2 rails for the. Pretty good. Pretty good. He's just got to stay above the 10 or got to go down and back up.
Yeah. Looks like he's opting for down and back up. Dink, dink. Slow down, stay off the rail, and this looks like it could be routine.
Feel about this one?
Whew.
John Bates feeling good about it. He's decided it's time. He's been saving his strength.
Let's go.
What is going on?
All right. Well,
high-fiving in the back for the hill.
Dude.
One more shout out to the sponsors before the last shout out to the sponsors.
The second to last shout out.
CleanSlatePoolTables.com. Love you guys. Tibbitts of Fernhill. Chef Shawn. Love you, man. Brunswick. I don't even need to say anything about Brunswick. They're the best. Northwest Tap. Ed, you're the best. If you haven't liked and subscribed and shared, please
do
consider it. Consider it. Because I don't know about you, but this is action. If you guys sweated the SVB Federer match, it was not as fun as this. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
Federer just ran him over on the last day.
We got
even close. Chris
Moreno in the chat. What's up, Chris? And Rob, you did say that you wanted this, right?
D-dang. 100%.
This is way better than the McGregor fight.
Bro.
And how?
I still haven't decided if I feel like it was rigged in a way that he was hurt already. It seems like that's the common thought process, is that he was already injured and that they just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But whatever. I didn't bet on it, so I don't really care. That's what's up, Ty. We got, when you're feeling the emotion, I'm definitely feeling it. This is, man, it is 85 in here, but still. We got the AC in the garage, not in the house. That's how important pool is to me.
There you go. Yeah, Rob was calling for we need more drama like Monday.
Bro,
you got it.
You got it, man. Hill 2 days in a row. Provided by Fair Match. Okay. Nice shot from Bo there. He's keeping himself in there. He tried to look disconsolate, but he bet $5 million on Max. That's hilarious. Who knows what happened? I liked Max Holloway in that fight anyways, honestly. He's just been in action so much more.
Yep.
Anyways. I'm happy the Patty won. That was a sweet submission that he put down on that guy. just ended it before it even began in the way that you want it to go down. What a shot. Curious how this 3 interacts with the 7, or if it just floats right past it. If he can just make it without having to worry about that 7 at all,
I think it goes by there.
He's lined up perfect to go under this hole.
Yeah.
Oh, it's looking good to get through this rack. This would be huge for his like overall confidence and like a saver, so to speak, of his like, at least at the end, I took it down type situation, you know. But then that also leads to the buildup of like, oh, what happens if we don't? He's looking good. He's looking good. He's created an angle. Nice. And you can just punch off the rail a little bit and draw for the 5 in the top right. And then this is the trick of the shot. The trick of this rack is to get from the 5 to the 6. Because the 7, 8, 9 are all there. May BP 1517. Hello.
What's up? How's it going?
Welcome to the stream. I don't know if I know you. No, I do. This is May. Is this May that from the pool hall? And it's your grandkids or something that I can't really see?
John's got a tough shot here.
That was a good safety.
Very good.
Oh, didn't even mess around with it.
He's not messing around. It's hill. He can't. Oh, it's it's Gilbert.
How many names do you have, man?
Wasn't that the comment last time?
Oh, dang. There it was, Rob, the real one.
And another one.
And another one.
Dang. Yeah, what do you think of this action, PJ? Intense. Player break. All right.
Dude, this is so good for man. I'm having a good time.
It is intense, you know. This is like it looked like it was going to be a runaway situation, and then it just kept, John kept putting him on there.
Just enough. And now here we are.
Dun, dun, dun.
I forgot what I was going to say before the break.
Oh. You talking to BJ?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, got it.
I completely forgot. So it's Bo's shot, hill.
He's on the 4.
He's on the 4. Looks like maybe a rub on the 8 might be in his future, maybe not. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Reminder for all you that are interested to see what the next week's matchup is going to be. We're going to announce that directly after this game's over. Now that we've reached the final moments.
I know, right?
I am very curious because with the Fargo disparity that there already exists, that will definitely influence the spot for the next Titan of the Table matchup significantly.
It could.
Oh, yeah. Nobody knows. I mean, there's other people that know, but I think only one.
so far.
Ooh, is this?
But y'all are going to be the first to know because we haven't announced it
Yeah,
online.
the flyer's coming out tomorrow.
Yes.
10 into the side. Nice speed. Gets you on the 6. You missed it.
Oh, no.
Two-way shot. John Bay, are you going to kick this in the side?
Kick it in the side, John.
Or, that's the only shot. There's nothing else.
PJ's in for a drink. Oh, yeah.
All right, John Bay. This is actually your moment.
There is no other time.
You might not get another moment. This could be your last opportunity. If you can make a good hit here, you can stay alive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
man. That was so close.
That was as close as it gets.
Kelso, you're so funny.
What is going on?
Dude, no one knows. I don't even know.
That was so close. 2-rail kick.
I know, and then he hit the inside of the pocket.
And it looks like this is all like tic-tac-toe now. This is like tic-tac-toe almost now. Oh, okay, he's good.
Yeah. I feel like you could punch it down table, right? And come up.
Yeah, I think you just got to go just go forward to the side rail or draw in between them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you're like moving beyond the 8-9 is being an issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I feel like from here
it's over, yeah. It feels like it's over, but you know.
Joe Dub, that was so close. I thought it was going to fall until it didn't.
Right.
Yeah, just to maintain an angle here. Yep, nice. Good shot. Yeah, and I like getting straight in so I can just draw this ball.
Right.
Nothing funny if you can get like straight in on the 9.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, this is fine though. Absolutely fine.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of right English to make it go kind of towards but you don't want to get to the side rail and risk scratching.
Right, you know exactly. I mean? Up table with a bounce.
Dang, bro. Dang.
Slow down, breathe.
Totally fine.
Shoot it in. Hill.
Down to the last ball, as it should be.
Will Bo be the first Titan of the table? Whew. Man.
He wishes he was 5'8".
There it is. No scratches, right. Big money, no whammies. All right. I'm out of here to go get everybody.
I'm going to announce the next week's Titan of the Table matchup will be BELONIA versus Kelso Woodwick.
Oh, yeah.
Kelso was the second player to throw down. So the match, I believe, I have to look again, is either going to be 16-6 or 15-6. Kelso's Fargo is slightly higher than John Bay's, so it's going to be an interesting match. Congratulations to BELONIA. And John Bay made it very, very close at the end and definitely had a moment where it could have happened, several of those. So I hope when he's looking back at this that he can see that it was there, you know. And I think the fans got what they wanted, which is a close one. And the Fargo fair match system seems like it works, you know. All right, so we're going to looks like John Bay's going to come and say hello for 2 seconds. Appreciate everyone that joined for tonight. Glad you guys all made it to the end. Please like and subscribe to the channel, to the all the socials and stuff. We appreciate all your support. We got John. John, wow. Talk to me, man. Not too much though, but just tell me how you're feeling.
I think I had him, but I missed 3 10 balls.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get out of my head for a while.
Yeah. Well, at the end, you made it a game, and I was like really happy that you came back. I mean, it was looking really, really sad for a second. You seemed like you're in a dark place, and at least you pulled out of that.
Yeah,
that was nice to see.
Well, I had to do something sometimes.
That 2-rail kick on the 5 at the end was so amazing. I thought you had it.
Oh yeah,
that was so close. He left you in a really tough spot, and you made a great shot, and it just didn't work out. That's unfortunate, but
yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah, he
there, but
yeah, that was exciting, man.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah,
and
thanks for coming.
I'll get my name back on the list and probably see you guys somewhere around
100%.
January.
We'll get you back in, man. I love just having you. You just come in, put your money in, and play the game. I love that. That's what we're all about. Happy to have people that are trying to get in there. You're definitely on that list. Sorry you had to drive so far, man.
Oh man, this is what it is.
Closer. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Shawn.
All right, man. All right, we're gonna get Bo in here for a couple words. Let these guys get home, get some rest. Sorry about the dog. He's slamming and banging. This cone is huge. All right, so we do have Kelso coming in for next week playing against Bo. So we're going to have a similar matchup to this one as far as the handicap going. Bo is going to move on. And I'm curious to see what Bo's thoughts are, really. This is one of those matches, man, where I did not expect it to go down like this. The Hill was amazing to see, but it just... Bo looked like he was going to take it away, kind of similar to what happened with Clay. And then just John grounded out and got back in there and had a good opportunity. Yeah, Chad, you are onto something. You almost had it figured out. I didn't really try to give it away. All right, we got Bo.
Hey, sir.
Whoa. You made it entertaining, man.
Back to back.
Talk to me, my friend.
Talk to you?
Congratulations.
My first win.
Congratulations.
Yes, I know it's my first win. I was nervous. Really, really nervous. I haven't felt that nerve, those nerves that I had, I haven't felt those in a long time. There were, my body was, it felt like I was going through boot camp.
Dang,
new guy, and I don't know what's gonna happen because I've never given 10 games.
Big spot. I was like really not sure because it is such.
It's a psychological thing.
The biggest spot I've ever given is 15-9, and that was extremely difficult to me mentally. Mentally, it's the same way.
Yes.
And I never felt like I had control. Never.
I
was just like, I have to play good.
I never felt safe in any lead that I had because he has to go to 6. When he had that first one, I messaged you.
I know, right? I saw that and I was like,
is this guy a true 459? I was being funny, by the way. I wasn't, being serious.
Yeah.
Because he made that kick and he made it and then he banked and then he cut twice. I was like, is this guy, one of those, travel players? I've never given 10. The most I've given away is 5. I've given 5 to Dominic. I've given 5 to Andrew McMahon. I've given 5 to Pedro. And I was pushing myself to see how well I can do in those scenarios.
Did you find out who you're playing next week?
Negative, sir.
You're playing Kelso Woodwick next week.
Oh, shoot.
476 Fargo. So it's going to be very close to the same race. It'll either be 16-6 or it might be 15-6.
Okay.
So now at least you know what you're getting.
I get to play. Finally get to. I'm, kudos to Kelso for, getting himself.
Dude, he wanted it. I was like, I put a shout out. He was the second person to sign up. He said yes. He paid the money.
No wonder he was
And
practicing.
He
was live.
He's coming out there. He's coming over here.
Kudos to Kelso. Kelso, if you're watching.
Yeah, I'm impressed with everyone that is, the lower rated players having the heart to come out and play against a better player, even with the spot. It's tough.
Right. It's tough.
You can be in your own head for a long time and maybe not pull out of it. I didn't think that John was going to pull out of it. It looked like you were just managing the games really well. You made some mistakes, but he never felt comfortable enough to really play free.
I felt that. I felt that during like the beginning, even when he got out on that first rack, like that it was an amazing out. But I could tell by his body language that he wasn't fully settled in. And the thing about I had to fight about the 10 games is that's given. He already has it. Me, I have to play my A game to
for a long time.
For a long time. I don't know if you guys noticed, when I got to 14, my energy just went down. I don't know what happened. My body, my shoulder just slumped.
Yeah, you gave him
because he had 4 games in a row. And that put a lot of pressure. And I was trying to hold my, trying to use the restroom. And that's
you gotta take the breaks, man. We want you to take as many breaks as you need, because it's just like I want you guys to play the highest caliber possible. Don't feel like you gotta wait. Just go. We're set up for that. People will wait. They want to see the good pool,
He also gave me a lot of he also missed a lot of stuff.
Well, 459 Fargo, like out of the blue. Like that last rack, he almost got out, and then he just missed that shot when he made some great shots.
He made some great shots. Yeah, he has his moments like spurts.
Exactly.
And
that's the game,
that triggered my attention, and that put some fear on me. But that wasn't, that was an interesting wait. Now that, see, I'm all about emotion, like feeling. Like once I felt, okay, the unknown is always the fear, right? For a lot of people,
100%.
The unknown, because we don't know what's coming. Once I've seen it, once I felt it, I get really comfortable. Yeah. So now that I know the feeling of giving 10 games. I know the feeling next time around.
I'm stoked for you, man. This is like one of the ways that you really can bump your game up, because it's not the same as like playing against me, even race, where you have that pressure where you don't know if I'm going to get out. But the fact that you have to overcome, it's almost like the way I was kind of thinking about it. It's like you have to win a marathon, and he only has to sprint.
Yes.
He doesn't have as far to go.
I told him myself.
You have to have that endurance.
It's a marathon for me, yeah.
And if you let it up, then he's going to get easy games. And now it's like, how hard is it going to be for you? And that's exactly how it went down at the end. You were able to like pull it together, run the balls out. But at that one moment where you're like almost to the finish line, there was that little letdown, and that made it so close. But I think you learned from that. And he did it too, where he saw that he could have gotten you. Yeah. If he would have made those 2 earlier 10s that he missed, it would have put so much more pressure on you. A lot more
pressure on me, definitely.
And then who knows what would have happened there. But it didn't happen that way at the same time. It's just like pretty cool set. I'm glad that, it went. I mean, I would have been glad either way. I just want both players to feel like they had to earn it. And I feel like they did. You definitely had to earn it, but he also was forced to earn it too. You were playing some high level moving and safety play, and you weren't leaving them too many easy situations. And then also because you had so much control the whole set, it wasn't like he just had comfort, you know what I mean? Like he was having to like get up out of the chair being cold. You hit so many more balls in, and you made so many more shots than he did the whole set. That really makes it tough for the weaker player, even though they don't have to win as many games, just from like my analysis of it.
Well,
that was a really tough, good set, man.
Well, playing you guys, the top players, like I've learned that the more you stay on the table, the more you're in rhythm, right? So, and it's hard for me to play nowadays because of work. Yeah. I'm just glad that, because yesterday all I did was sleep. Because I got off at
resting.
Yeah, like I got off at 9. I got home around almost 10, and you get home like thinking about tomorrow. You have no work. You still have to do things that you're trying to catch up. So 2 days is not enough, in my opinion. I feel like people should only work 4 days a week.
Yeah.
and
wouldn't
get
that
3
be
days.
nice?
That would be, I think the quality of life would be much better if people had only 4 days work in a week and then 3 days off. Because
Yeah.
2 days is not enough if you think about it. It's
Yeah,
really
one
not
day to
enough.
rest and one day to do your weekend
Family,
stuff.
yeah, and chores. So,
Agreed.
well, I appreciate you having me over.
Yeah, man.
That
Thanks
was,
for being here.
that
I'll see
was
you
so, oh my
next
goodness.
week, bro. Yeah, now see you're gonna have an opportunity to come on and get a streak going. You're the first Titan of the table.
Yeah.
Winner stays on.
I wonder who's next after.
I know the answer,
Yeah,
but we're not gonna
I
release
know,
that
I know.
until after the set.
I hope
It's
I hope
all-
Su Chang, Su Chang's name is there in there. John Bowman, I'm really hoping to see Eddie play here someday.
I've been talking to Eddie, and we're in communication. It has to work out with the schedules, and
Yeah.
Cindy and he have a lot of stuff going on. So, but we've been talking, and it's going to
I
happen.
would love to see Eddie
We're
play
loosely set
live.
up for this. It's just maybe not this event, but we're working on some stuff. We're being creative with what we do,
Yeah,
and we're thinking outside the box as much as we can.
right.
And I've been friends with those guys for years, and
I know. I met you guys back in Malarkeys.
It's
So-
going to happen. I just, not
I'm
quite
excited.
yet.
I'm excited. I don't care who he plays, but I'm excited to see Eddie play.
It's going to be sweet. But yeah, man.
All
Anyways,
right, thank you again.
I'm going to let everybody
Thank
go.
you, sir.
Thanks,
All right,
Bo.
thank you so much.
Appreciate
Thank you. Have a good night, guys. Oh,
We're gonna
this is your phone. I'm so sorry.
All right, good. All right. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Again, next week's matchup will be BELONIA versus Kelso Woodwick. It's going to be amazing, guys. Tune in, like, share, subscribe. Let everybody know what's up. This has been fun. All righty. Y'all take care.